Something is wrong. Lived here forever, but never smelled this rot. Phuong Dich wondered if it was a lazy plumber. No, scratch that. We are being followed. They whip around to see some punks. You the sealer? You walked right into my trap. Just another overhyped piece of trash. Some weak kid with zero real talent. Thai City is pathetic if they are making a brat like you the captain. The thugs charge. We are going to teach you a lesson. Hand over your loot, kid. Lin Yi blasts them with energy. A guy swings an axe, but she blocks it cold. Watch out, cousin. These guys are actually at the spirit refining level. Phuong Dich grabs the blade with his bare hand. Flames ignite. Lowlife's really trying to rob me? A flaming punch lands flush. The guy goes flying back into the dirt. His crew screams, "No way! This punk was hit by my special toxin. He should be completely paralyzed by now." The chemical spray gun starts humming in his hand. It is a penetrating drug made from mutated wood pathfinder sweat and raw spiritual energy. Refined with black market powder, it is designed to bypass any spiritual defense you have. Paralysis is short and weak, but in a real fight, details matter. Plus, it leaves a nasty, permanent smell. The guy crawls up. I was just careless. We are all refiners. We aren't scared. You aren't getting away. Phuong Dich sneers. Mutated earth and wood? That it? He thinks to himself. These sketchy moves really fit their trashy, low-life style. A normal barrier might actually crack against them. Too bad it won't work on me. One thug targets Lin Yi. She delivers a brutal kick straight to his gut. She lands gracefully. Phuong Dich says, I hate making scenes, but these pests are annoying. He drops his shades, eyes cold with hate. So annoying. Yi, get back! Massive flames erupt everywhere. A fireball forms. They burn, screaming. Is this fire really the sealer's power? It hurts, make it stop. Qingying rushes in. Keep them alive for now. She sighs in relief. These creeps were already on the association's watch list. Look at those guys knocked out cold, Thanh Huynh grunted. The Spirit Association tracks every practitioner now for control, especially punks like these. He replied, I really hate being bothered by random people. Next time you try to piss me off, it won't end this easily. She was annoyed too. Those three got lucky today. They carted the guys off on stretchers. Thanh Huynh noted that just 2 days ago, the association wouldn't have meddled in a fight between practitioners. Getting beaten to death would have been your fault. The Reaper only spared your lives because he respects the association. If this lesson isn't enough, what kind of punishment will you face later? You know the deal deep down. What a bunch of idiots, she thought. Seriously, what is wrong with people? Why does every loser try to test a leader who is officially recognized by the Spirit Association? Lam Wai asked. Captain 2, what kind of punishment are they facing? She replied. These guys already have criminal records. Even as practitioners, they're looking at life in prison. They can kiss their freedom and rights goodbye forever. They'll rot in a cell, squeezed for every last bit of value they have as practitioners. Phuong Dich thought the efficiency of this method was actually pretty clever. Thanh Huynh watched him closely. This guy is the association's crown jewel. He is the entire future of the nation. No matter how much we keep hyping up the Reaper, there is always some brain-dead moron with zero power who thinks they are hot stuff, just running in to get wrecked like usual. Is our PR campaign still way too subtle or something? Regardless, securing top-tier practitioners and funneling resources to help them grow is the association's top priority. We can't let some blind fools ruin the bond we've worked so hard to build with Phuong Dich. Thanh Huynh smiled. Let's go. I'll take you two to pick out your brand new villa and a fresh ride. She decided to make an example of them. They arrived at a building. Thanh Huynh explained, here are the 2 properties the association picked out just for you. A top-floor penthouse downtown with the best views. It is fully loaded and super convenient for your daily life. This 3-story villa offers total privacy. Tucked between mountains and rivers, it is the perfect spot for training. Both places are fully furnished with top-tier luxury items. You won't have to spend a dime on renovations. Just grab your bags and move in right now. Lam Wai was impressed. Both are great. Phuong Dich didn't hesitate. I'll take them both. Lam Wai was still worried. Is that okay? He looked at her. I'm counting on your captain's sincerity. No problem, Thanh Huynh promised. I'll clear it with the higher-ups. Don't worry, it'll be fast. He asked about the cars, and she led them out. The Spirit Association actually partners with the local luxury 4S dealership right here in town. Pick any ride you want. People nearby started whispering. Look at her. Such fair skin and amazing vibes. That guy isn't ordinary either. Even in those basic clothes, you can't hide that powerful energy. I can tell. Probably some rich heir buying a supercar for his girlfriend, right? Thanh Li's friend spotted them. Wait, isn't that her ex? The guy the principal met personally in the army? Walking around and bumping into her roommate's ex? And he's buying a car for some other girl? She quickly snapped a secret photo. Seconds later, Thanh Li's phone buzzed with the image and a text message. Thanh Ly, Guess who I saw? Your ex. He's at that high-end VIP dealership picking out a luxury car like he's actually rich. Cars here start at $1 million, and he is buying one for this gorgeous, high-class girl. She replied coldly, "So what?" But inside, she didn't believe it. Where would he get that kind of cash? Looks like that massive disaster didn't kill him, it just got him lucky with a rich sugar mama. Too bad the massive gap between us isn't something you can just bridge. It was like that before. It's like that now, and it'll stay that way. Once I reach the peak of cultivation, this petty trash won't matter at all, idiot. At the new villa, Lam Wai sprinted up the stairs. Big brother, we actually have a villa now. Fang Yi looked around. Not bad, wipe that drool. We've still got the penthouse downtown whenever we want it. She dashed upstairs. I'm going to check the second floor, he thought to himself, finally acting like a real kid for once, instead of always trying to play the adult. In my past life, before I was reborn, I never met her. She was probably a reliable practitioner back in those days too. But this time, I won't let her carry that heavy burden and die all over again. Suddenly, his phone rang. Fang Yi looked at the name in surprise. Gia Lam? What does she want? He answered. Hello, what's up? Gia Lam offered him her best wishes. Congrats on the big promotion. Captain Fang, I heard the Aura Association hooked you up with 2 houses. Typical move for them, right? Fang Yi replied, Actually, I do not hate the habit. They can definitely keep it coming. Gia Lam smirked. Look, you do not have to defend them. I know a top-tier practitioner like you does not usually care for flashy things, but honestly, there is no better way to upgrade your life right now. Pretty soon, the spirit fruits from this aura revival will be ready. When they are, I will send some over for you to try out. She thought to herself, the gap between civilians and practitioners really shows in how they see the world, but top-tier heroes like Fang Yi, the difference between them and the average Joe is even more massive. Even the strategic resources in the spirit zone might mean nothing to him. Gia Lam had a new message. I have got an inside mission here. Hoping you can make it. Any interest? Fang Yi gave her an answer. This was your real goal all along, was it not? Let us hear it. She cut to the chase. You know the Tianbao building in Kang City? Obviously he knew it. Is not the Tianbao building the biggest mall in all of Kang City? It has been closed lately and people are complaining like crazy. Exactly. Because of an anomaly, there were a lot of casualties. Now it is basically a real-life haunted house. The Tianbao building is the iconic face of Kang City. It is a massive complex with the highest foot traffic. Honestly, it is the city's pride and joy. Lately, though, weird anomalies have been popping up everywhere. Things got so bad, the Kang City Spirit Association had to lock it down. Fang Yi arrived and waved. Hey everyone, I am here on orders from the Spirit Zone, ready to work. As he walked over, he wondered why Gia Lam told him to hide his identity and power level for now. Whatever, I will just play along for now. Fang Yi scanned them. He could not sense their energy levels. Are they all hiding their true power? Those 2 guys over there look like they were sent by the military district. Liang Rong spoke up. Oh, it is you? Nice to meet you. Another member, Hui Du, also said hello. He got the exact same vibe from them as he did from Su Qingying. They must be with the Kang City Spirit Association. Song Yue added. Gia Lam's boss already filled us in. Hui Du introduced himself. We are from the Kang City Spirit Association. We will be working with you. The rain started pouring down as the car began to move. Inside the car, Hui Dai continued. Listen up, we are temporary teammates for this, even if I do not know what you are actually capable of yet. Fang Yi sat in the back with 2 others, but they just ignored him. Liu He finally broke the silence. I think we should agree on one thing. Once we are inside, we have to watch each other's backs, right? This team felt pretty messy. They were clearly pulling people from all over the place. Kang City is a famous spot, but these Spirit Association members seem like a real mixed bag. Liang Rong glanced sideways at Fang Yi for a second. He whispered to Song Yue, Did not Sister Lam mention bringing in some kind of heavy hitter? Is that the guy? I do not know. He looks skinny, like a high school kid, but he is not wearing a government bracelet. Plus, his energy is completely hidden. We cannot gauge his power. She was shocked. Wait, is he that god-tier expert? The one who stopped the disaster and saved Tai City from the apocalypse? But is that legendary figure really just a young student? Whether it is his 3 rare high-level attributes or how he wiped out those infinite anomalies at Spirit Creation, rank 1 star to seal, the king of anomalies, and broke through his limits right then and there, it really sparked my interest. At the Spirit Zone military office, Gia Lam finally picked up the phone. Hello, Spirit Zone. The other side cut her off. The Tianbao building has completely fallen. Our team went inside and we have lost all contact with them. Right now, anomaly levels in the sky hit 12,000. Known casualties are already at 53 people. Please take this seriously. She could not believe it. Is the situation escalating this fast? Gia Lam gave her word. Don't worry. I am not taking this situation lightly. The person I sent won't fail. I guarantee that. The other side asked who it was. She snapped back coldly. You gave us the mission, so please stop asking so many questions. That is the rule of the Spirit Zone. Over at the Tianbao building, a massive cyclone filled with lightning was swallowing the sky as a heavy, blood-red rain poured down. Fang Yi's group stepped out of the car. This looks serious. The monster inside is just as strong as the one I fought before. Someone stared in shock at the swirling red sky. Guys, look! What is that on the window? If I am seeing this right, it looks like a bloodstain. Song Yue spoke up. From what I know, the layout inside the Tianbao building is pretty cramped. It is 40 stories tall, making it the highest building in Kang City. Over 2,000 staff and customers were evacuated. Before they sealed it, some people refused to leave, meaning a ton of folks are still trapped inside. The Commerce City crew sent a rescue team before, but they never made it back out. Lu Ha added that 50 casualty count is just a total guess because literally no one knows what is going on in there. Phuong Dich asked if there was any way to contact anyone inside. Luong Vin told him it was a lost cause. Zero news since the anomaly started. Hui Du said he was helping out there on the second day of the lockdown. The place felt dead. A brand new building suddenly looking like it had been rotting for decades. Abandoned for 40 years, thick fog everywhere, and not a single soul visible through those creepy, dark windows. We planned to break in through the windows. Then I saw shredded body parts just falling out of them. The energy in that place got way worse fast. It took less than a week to become this nightmare. Phuong Dich snapped. You guys have zero contact? So you are just guessing deaths based on fallen body parts? The Commerce City Spirit Association is sloppy. He started stuttering, claiming they really did not have any other choice. He analyzed the situation. The Spirit Association was a mess with info, but maybe they really were out of options. The death toll is way higher than that. For regular people, anomalies are like a dimensional trap. In a locked room, they are just easy prey for monsters. Phuong Dich barked out orders to stop wasting time. We are going in right now. Some of these things evolve by snacking on the living. More deaths means a nastier monster inside. Luong Vin tried to pull him back to wait. Wait, the military said you are the boss, but what is the plan? He just shrugged. What plan? The situation is a total mystery, so let's just go see. Lu Ha worried because the kid had not even joined the government yet. The people here have tons of experience with anomalies. As commander, shouldn't you at least learn their special powers? See, I told you so. No official training means the kid has zero real-world experience. That was Tong Du Yet. Okay, we are on a clock here, so shut up and move. Commander Gia Lam recommended him for this mission. And you all know how legendary Gia Lam actually is, right? No way you haven't heard of him. He warned them that infighting was a total death sentence. Phuong Dich headed in alone, follow him or stay back. Luong Vin hurried after him. Blood was everywhere, but Lu Ha noticed something weird. Why is it so quiet? Something was watching them from above. Luong Vin looked up and saw a monster staring right back at him. His eyes went cold. Flames gathered and his fire sword carved a blazing arc through the dark air. Phuong Dich looked bored. His sword intent lit up the room as he slashed through the monster instantly. Tong Du Yet and Luong Vin froze. Is it over already? She gasped. Where did he even get that blade? He ignored them and picked up a feather. He checked it out. Some hybrid of a bird and a lizard. Judging by the mutation, this thing has eaten plenty of people. Tong Du Yet paled. That is an A+ rank anomaly. The squad crept inside. The two in the back were whispering to each other. An A+ rank? A 2-star soul creation? I just reached 1 star. That means his single hit could have totally ended me. They started questioning him. If Phuong Dich uses a blade, is he actually a legendary wind barrier? That is the Skyfire blade, isn't it? Hui Dai was impressed. I never expected a real wind barrier. In our heads, wind barriers are like hermit masters who are never seen without their blades. He explained that after leveling up, he fused soul power with his blade to summon it whenever he wants. I'm sure I am not the only one. Phuong Dich led with his flaming sword. Let's go. No wasting time. The team followed him. Okay, this is great. Glad you are on our side, man. Flames erupted in his hand, providing the only source of light in this dark, hellish place. Phuong Dich led them up the stairs, blood everywhere. He thought the death toll might hit 500. Was this whole floor wiped out too? Tong Du Yet looked down the hall. There was blood everywhere but 0 bodies. These monsters usually leave at least something behind. It lunged at Luong Vin from behind. She whipped around toward him just as Fang Yi unleashed 2 massive balls of fire he had already prepared. The beast took the hit, spraying blood everywhere before its massive frame slammed down. Someone stammered that it was another anomaly, but Fang Yi just frowned. You guys really do not feel how weird this is? Ling Wang looked stunned. What? Fang Yi spelled it out. These two anomalies were definitely packing some elite-level power, but a couple of freaks should not be enough to keep an entire rescue squad from making a break for it. I am betting this is not even the actual Sky Fortress we are supposed to find. Ling Wang signaled the team to move while Song Yue looked confused. Wait, what do you mean? Fang Yi broke it down. There is blood everywhere, sure, but this stench? It is all dark energy and anomaly stank. There is not a single whiff of actual human bodies or dead people around here yet. He realized they were just wandering like headless chickens. He needed a real test to see if his hunch was right. Song Yue stammered, asking if he was just worried about dropping his infinite dark move in front of everyone. She totally agreed. Big bro is right. This whole place looks like a total disaster. But this creepy vibe is not actually the smell of death. It feels more like a hollow void, like no living thing has ever stepped foot here, just a cheap, empty 3D model. Fang Yi held up his hand. Exactly. If my gut is right, some anomaly turned this entire place into a hollow shell. It is just a facade. Their real hideout is probably tucked away inside that infinite dark realm sphere we are seeking. Someone started shaking. Is this really that legendary dark energy attribute? System alert. Dark inner world detected. Activate data files? He selected yes. The inner dark world is a subdimension forged entirely from dark energy attributes. You could call it a dark energy nest. It basically swallows the original physical space and drags it inside itself. It is just like the ultra-dark zones or the infinite void. To actually get inside, you have to find the hidden entrance. He nodded. I get it. If we want to hit the real Sky Fortress, we have got to track down that door. Same goes for anyone trying to escape. Plus, the dark energy inside messes with your head and emotions, triggering some seriously messed up hallucinations. That is why people start thinking a random window is actually their golden ticket out of here, which totally explains why every person who tried to jump through a window ended up as a corpse. Song Yue jumped in, because the dark energy played them and they died in that inner world. So now we just find that door, right? A warning flashed. The inner dark world was reacting. It sensed something similar nearby, another dark presence. The inner world revealed itself. As he gathered his power, a dark spike like a drill shot toward them. Everyone felt sick. I am under attack. Why is not my spiritual shield blocking this dark energy? Same here. My head is killing me like something is trying to claw its way out. Fang Yi's eyes flashed two different colors as he threw up a golden spirit shield. Liu He and Hui Wei finally caught their breath. I am okay now. That was definitely a direct dark energy strike, was it not? They looked at him, totally stunned. Hold up, is the wind burial guy really just standing there like nothing happened? Have you not figured it out yet? He is the one who just saved our skins. Liang Rong and Song Yue whispered. Even without a direct hit, that dark energy is still messing with our heads big time. Without him, we would be toast in minutes. Meanwhile, Fang Yi started gathering massive flames right in his palm. Found it! His flames roared into a dragon shape and lunged forward. Shatter! A blade formed in his hand as he slashed the air right there. A massive wave of raw power exploded from the spot. Song Yue just froze. Whoa! Fang Yi looked down, silent, as black smoke poured from the gate. He gripped his sword tight and stepped into the darkness first. Move out. Stay close. Something was watching their every move as Liu. He suddenly froze. I can smell it. They stopped dead in their tracks, eyes wide with horror. That smell? It is the stench of blood and dead bodies. Our people. Ahead of them lay rows of corpses. After stepping into the dark inner world, he cleared his throat. Fang Yi and the crew immediately ran into a wave of freaky anomalies inside the actual Sky Fortress building. Rapid wings flapped in the dark, mixed with creepy whispers. Mine? No, not mine. Come here. Come on over. Suddenly, a monster lunged. Its mouth was a jagged mess of sharp teeth, and its blood-red eyes were locked right on them. Hui Wei jumped back, yelling, Seriously? Another A+ rank dark anomaly? This is absolutely insane. Liang Rong stayed quiet, gritting his teeth while a literal ice-cold shiver raced all the way down his entire spine. Fang Yi did not say a word. He just let his blade drop and delivered a brutal kick, sending it flying at the monster. Talk about a clean move. Boom! The blade tore right through the anomaly's chest, making the whole thing explode into a bloody mess. But it did not stop there. The blade kept flying toward the next target while Fang Yi launched himself into the air. Just as his blade gutted that second freak, he snatched it back like a total pro. Too bad a much bigger monster was already creeping up from behind for a nasty backstab. Fang Yi snatched the hilt, weapon back in hand, and his power levels straight up peaked. He didn't say a word, just started carving them up with lethal, precision strikes that hit like a truck. 0 survivors whenever his blade dances. That is the raw, terrifying power of the Crimson Fire style. This move leaves burning flame marks on his targets, making it easy for Fang Yi to set them off. Inner flame. Before he even finished the word, the whole place turned into a hellscape. Those freaks' bodies were toasted instantly. Liu, he stood there shaking, thinking fire magic is scary as hell. Those shadow freaks were incinerated in a heartbeat. Song Yue braced herself against the absolutely insane heat, thinking to herself how he hasn't needed our help a single time. She whispered quietly to Shu Wu, "Look at Hudai and Liu, I feel like his fire attribute is mixed with something else. It's more like a volcanic lava eruption or something." Feng Yi suddenly switched directions and walked over, touching his flaming blade to the bodies of the victims on the floor. Flames wrapped around Feng Yi's body, spreading across the floor and catching on the bodies of those poor souls. He murmured a final goodbye. "Monsters are the problem. You guys were innocent. These freaks are going down with you. Though it sucks you have to share a grave with these animals. You deserved better." Hui Dai watched the whole thing and couldn't help but breathe. Cremation in one stroke. The Gravemaker title isn't just for show. That guy is a legend. While waiting for the fire to finish the job, Fang Yi turned to the four of them. "Listen, since you're here, you might as well do something. You guys find survivors and save them. Leave the monsters to me." He gave quick orders. "Floor 1 is cleared. I'm heading straight up now." The group of four nodded, signaling they understood they'd follow and back him up. The real-world Dian Bao building, or the inner dark realm version of it, was now totally overrun by those supernatural freaks. Fang Yi led the charge, swinging his blade to clear a path. One lethal strike of celestial fire wiped out level 10. After snacking on humans, these monsters kept leveling up. Now, every single one of them was at least a 1-star spirit realm rank. Aside from the gruesome scenes on each floor, their powers hadn't changed much. Moving fast, Fang Yi reached the 15th floor, but he still hadn't found a single living soul. Stepping onto the 15th floor, Liu, he shivered. This place was way too dark and freezing cold. The shadow energy is piercing right through my spirit shield. Just like the other floors, this place is littered with bodies. Luong Vin noticed something off immediately. He stared intensely in one direction, and the more he looked, the creepier it got. Something is crawling all over those corpses. It's corrosive stuff. Everyone stay sharp. Whatever you do, don't let those tiny, weird fibers get in your nose. The silence was dead scary, only broken by the wet drip of blood. The heavy stench of fresh blood meant the monsters were just here. Suddenly, a massive centipede crawled right over their heads. It looked totally twisted, with 6 glowing red eyes and a mouth packed with razor-sharp teeth. It roared, trying to intimidate the 5 of them. Fang Yi just smirked. Sweet. Finally, a Soul Eater class monster actually showed up. The centipede shrieked, firing off a million poison spikes that were completely soaked in dark shadow energy. Those spikes rained down like fast arrows, but Fang Yi dodged every single one of them. He looked up coldly, spinning his fire blade. It formed a massive wall of flames, incinerating every poison spike thrown his way. No matter how many it fired, it was useless. After all those pops and cracks, the centipede realized it was losing and tried to bail. It curled its massive body into a ball, ditching the attack to hide behind its thick armor and stall for time. Fang Yi saw right through it. He raised his blade and scoffed. Trying to buy time to evolve? Seriously? Fang Yi dropped low and launched his great fire blade right at the centipede. In your dreams. The monster shrieked in panic. It was way too close to dodge, and its eyes went wide with pure terror. Boom! A massive explosion lit up the entire floor. He just stood there, looking bored and a bit disappointed. Man, I totally overestimated you. I thought you were at least a 3-star rank and might actually be a challenge. Suddenly, a clicking sound came from behind. Luong Vin went on high alert immediately. He whipped around and yelled, "Who is that?" Fang Yi walked toward the noise too. Wait, is that a survivor? A door creaked open, revealing a young guy with a ghost-white face and a voice that was shaking hard. Are you Pathfinders? He swung the door open for them to see. There are 5 of us left alive in here. Fang Yi scanned the small room. He wasn't sure why there was a secret space hidden in this building, but it looked like a high-end storage vault. The survivors inside were all completely catatonic with fear. He gave them a reassuring smile. It's okay now. We're here to get you out. Hui Dai stepped forward to introduce them. We are with the Phuong City Spirit Association. Every single monster outside has been wiped out, so you guys are safe now. Let's go. But the young guy just stared blankly, mumbling the word kill under his breath. Pure terror was written all over his face as he struggled to speak. Kill them. Hui Du leaned in closer. What did you say? You actually wasted them all? Every single one of those freaks, gone with just one swing? Outside the Tianbao Tower, a massive crowd is gathered to watch the chaos unfold. The city's monitoring crew is glued to their screens. One guy says, "This is different. For once, we actually have a shot at this. No doubt about it. They can feel the burial man's fire energy on every floor. Even without contact, they are catching those faint power spikes. Someone yells that a new power spike just hit the 40th floor. The 40th floor? No way! The 40th floor already? Outside, the blood, rain, and dark atmosphere are enough to make anyone's skin crawl. But then someone screams. 9 minutes and 56 seconds. That is all it took to clear the whole building. This news is going to wreck the elite hunter circles. And wait, they just found something else. The top floor is off the charts. We are looking at an S-rank anomaly up there. Up top, Phuong Dich cold shoulders the boss. So, are you the big shot around here? A massive, pale creature hovers there with rotting wings. This thing is the king of the Thien Bao Tower, the Bone Bird. Phuong Dich doesn't hesitate. He lunges at it before it can even try to attack the group. He isn't being cocky. In fact, he is watching its every move like a hawk. The king looks like a bird, but those parasitic worms are part of its body. He can't afford to slip up. Phuong Dich swings his blade just to test it out. Naturally, the Bone Bird isn't about to just tank it. It snaps its wings shut, using those hard bone joints to shield itself from the blow. The speed catches him off guard. It actually caught his blade. No matter how hard he pulls, that thing won't let go. The bird opens its creepy blue eyes, staring Phuong Dich down. Someone in the crowd gasps in fear. Wait, even the burial man can't take this thing? Someone panics, saying we have to go in and help. Huidu wants to, but he's stuck. What could we even do? Then, Phuong Dich flashes a wicked grin. He's not the type to back down. Lightning crackles in his ears as he stares the bird down coldly. Enough with the games. Testing time is over. He yanks the blade, surging it with his 100 refined lightning. Boom! Explosions everywhere. Phuong Dich spins with insane power, smashing his blade down onto the wings holding his weapon. Fire and lightning combine into a massive hit. One strike and the Bone Bird is seriously messed up. It screeches in pain, but he keeps swinging. Shut up, you're annoying. A massive bolt slams down, shredding those wings it's so proud of. Phuong Dich is bored. Don't tell me you can't even fight back? If you're this weak, you don't deserve the title. Lightning flashes in his eyes as he starts trash-talking. You turn this tower into a buffet, but you're still weaker than a disaster spawn. He is actually talking a lot. He shatters a few more ribs while talking like he is just ordering a coffee. Let's see how you like waiting to die. Luha's jaw drops. Forget what I said. This is a total slaughter. Huidai is sweating. This is insane. He's literally playing with a king-rank anomaly like it's a toy. This thing is a legit king. How did a guy like this end up in our city? Man, I wish he was on our side for real. Tong Duyet watches the sky. Every swing is surgical, perfectly balanced from left to right. He is not missing a single beat. He hasn't even touched its head yet. This monster isn't just outmatched. It literally can't even fight back against him anymore. The power gap is just insane. He is on a whole different level than this king. He touches down as his lightning combo ends. The bird lets out one last, soul-crushing scream. Its body just starts detonating in chunks. Nothing is left but a floating, raggedy head in the air. It tries to use a healing spell to fix itself, but Phuong Dich isn't having it. He stares it down, cold as ice. Still trying to recover? You think I'm just playing games? He charges one last time. Lightning lights up the whole sky. It is game over for the Bone Bird. The king realizes it's done for and roars to scare him off. But Phuong Dich? He doesn't back down from some weakling. A massive blast rocks the city. A pillar of lightning erupts from the top of the Thien Bao Tower. The blood rain starts to fade. The lightning punches straight through those nasty red clouds in the sky. The thunder dies down, the clouds break, and the rain stops. The sun finally hits the city after all those days. The crew outside the Spirit Association stares at their gear. It is over. The king's energy is finally fading away. Everyone's buzzing with emotion. It is honestly unbelievable. Just how strong is this guy? He is on a whole different level than us. Is this the massive gap between regular people and a true genius? I get it now. There is always a bigger fish in the sea, huh? Looking at the trashed skyscraper, the talk shifts to that nightmare in Thai City. Word is, that S-rank breach was called the King of Hell. The disaster was sealed immediately. Every detail is now locked away in top-secret files. Even without the details, they know this miracle will not happen twice. Up on the top floor, Phuong Dich stands like a legend among warriors. He calmly says the Bone Bird is dead and the darkness has finally vanished. Everyone, call it in. Tong Duyet grabs her radio. Hello? This is Tong Duyet, reporting the current situation on the ground. The tower incident is wrapped. All the freaks are dealt with. Before she even finishes talking, Phuong Dich just bails. The sun is just starting to rise, casting a warm glow over him. Tong Duyet watches his silhouette and speaks into the radio. Yeah, thanks to the sealer, we finished the mission. Hope the local association can officially thank the Thai City team and our sealer. Phuong Dich is already long gone. heading for the exit. Mission accomplished. All he wants now is to go home, rest, and train. He does not know that Phuong Dich is currently screaming into her radio. The local captain? The guy who started today? What is he doing? Showing up only after the job is done. The association rep sounds pretty awkward. We knew the sealer was coming and told him not to start trouble. But cocky guys like him never listen. Up in the sky, a figure streaks like a rocket toward the high-rise. Hearing this, the whole squad scowls. Phuong Dich yells out, "What on earth do you people think you are doing?" This mission was military business. It took the psychic war zone's influence just to get the Thai city captain here. We are responsible for keeping the Thai city captain safe and sound. The association and their new captain have a shady agenda. This is a direct insult to the military. Phuong Dich is halfway down the stairs, clueless that he is being targeted. Phuong Dich keeps barking warnings at the locals. The sealer is a VIP nominated by both the Psychic War Zone and the Thai City Association. Anyone dumb enough to provoke him will regret it. Moments later, Phuong Dich steps out of the building. His senses are sharp. One look and he knows something is off. Plus, the guy stalking him is not even hiding. The stranger rushes in with crazy intensity. He just stands there, hands in pockets, looking totally bored. "You are fast, huh?" The guy speaks up. "I am Captain Nak Phuong Dich. You must be that sealer from Thai City." Phuong Dich hits back cold. So what? He is already sizing up this wind attribute fighter. First impression? Arrogant. He is hiding his power, but he is at least a spirit creator. Suddenly, Jang swings, throwing wind blades. Phuong Dich counters with a fire blade. They collide with a loud bang, and both take a step back to reset. Jiang sees how young the kid is and starts smirking. He thinks the sealer is just some punk kid he can use to flex for the Nak family name. He plays it off as polite, thanking the kid for saving the city first. But then he asks if a captain from another city coming here is breaking the rules. Young people should have manners, right? Phuong Dich just shrugs it off. There was no captain when I arrived. I was hired by the military to help. So, what exactly is your deal, new guy? Jiang rubs his nose and laughs it off. Relax, kid. You are fiery. The Nok family has class. We do not have beef. We respect your talent. Then he shifts. He starts mixing wind and shadow power, his voice getting dark. He wants to borrow the kid's blade. Turns out, he is just a common thief. Energy swirls in his hands. Jiang threatens that the kid will not be leaving the city without a fight. The wind kicks up, whipping his hair and coat around, but Phuong Dich does not even flinch. Now that he knows the plan, he just laughs. Borrow it? Jiang has no idea how badly he just messed up. Phuong Dich draws his blade and the vibe shifts instantly. The fire blade wakes up, unleashing hell. A dragon-like pressure explodes from his body, and Jiang's cocky smile completely vanishes. Now he looks like a straight-up reaper. He snaps, "You want to borrow? Borrow some respect for your whole family." Without a word, Phuong Dich makes his move. He grips his blade tight and swings upward, ripping the earth open as flames burst from the cracks. Phuong Dich slides aside with a smirk. This is getting interesting. Finally, a show worth watching. The fight explodes. Fire spreads everywhere while Phuong Dich rushes to keep things from falling apart. The shockwaves from these two clashing just fried the local comms. "We need to alert headquarters immediately. Call the higher-ups and get the survivors out of here now." Standing in the middle of the inferno, Phuong Dich says coldly, "I will give you 10 minutes before your captain is dead." "Wait, what?" He tries to argue, but Phuong Dich shuts him up fast. "Got it," she snaps. With that, the whole squad splits up and gets moving. Lu Ha grumbles about old man Phuong Dich causing trouble the second he gets promoted. Hootie is still salty, thinking that Punk needs a lesson. Our city is top tier. Lu Ha snaps back. "Do you really think he stands a chance?" Phuong Dich raises his hand and summons the power of lightning. "Now, let us see if your luck holds out, old man." A massive bolt slams down on Phuong Dich. He bats it away. But the spiritual impact rattles the air. The old man sneers. "Big talk, kid. If you want me dead, show me everything you have got." Right as he finishes, Phuong Dich appears directly behind his back. A surge of energy chills his spine. Phuong Dich whips around, his eyes wide with pure shock. Boom! The blast rocks the street as fire erupts. Phuong Dich skids across the pavement, leaving a massive crater. Cold sweat pours down his face. What was that? He hates to admit it, but he is officially rattled. Phuong Dich stands in the inferno, holding his blade like a god of death ready to collect. Phuong Dich cannot stop thinking. That solar energy is insane. Why is my body actually shaking with fear right now? Phuong Dich gives a savage smirk. My full power? Honestly, I do not think you will even last 10 minutes. Phuong Dich starts laughing like a maniac. He stares at the sword, convinced the kid is nothing without that special weapon. It has to be that blade. A prototype secret weapon from the association, right? Phuong Dich stays silent. He has zero interest in explaining himself to a guy this weak. Envy burns in Phuong Dich. A soul weapon that can slice mountains was finally finished, and they gave it to a brat? He gets more worked up, his hands shaking as he grips his collar. He tries to stay cool. Whatever. This trip was worth it. That blade is going to be mine. Phuong Dich rips his shirt off like a wild beast, breaking its chains, and bellows a threat. Listen, brat, give me that blade right now or I will kill you and take it. Not enough. Still not enough. Did I not tell you to use everything? Meanwhile, at the association HQ, the chairman slams the table. Say what? Captains are fighting each other? Was that gravedigger not sent by the military to help handle the weird stuff? What the hell is Phuong City thinking right now? The chairman growls. This is messy. It is not just about local drama anymore, the high brass is involved. His secretary rushes in. He whispers the news, and the chairman freezes. What? Have you reached out to Phuong City yet? What did they say? If we can stop this in 10 minutes, we might save it. The secretary hesitates before speaking. He mumbles. They think they are big shots. Their captain is their pride and joy, and they refuse to believe he can lose. Thanh Huynh freezes. The chairman grits his teeth while the other leaders start screaming. Are they seriously disrespecting us? The chairman slams the table again. Idiots. Absolute idiots. They are too short-sighted. Do they think S-class anomalies are some kind of joke? Maybe they are just overconfident. What is his rank? The secretary says he is a 3-star spirit realm prodigy from a massive rich family. Outside, the sky turns gold. Inside the room, someone lets out a cold snort. 3-star rank? So what? The chairman's eyes turn cold. A gravedigger has way more than just raw power. His real strength is off the charts. Phuong City has clearly never seen a Hell King sacrifice event. They do not get what being a gravedigger means. Their captain is not just going to lose. Back at the fight, Phuong Dich throws a punch. He does not care about predictions. He is here to end this man. Crack! A brutal physical blow smashes into Phuong Dich's face, twisting his jaw and spraying blood everywhere. High above the city, this is turned into a total one-sided beatdown by Phuong Dich. Phuong Dich cannot even fight back. He panics. What is happening? Why is my fire magic not working at all? He is stuck playing defense. His body is trashed and his spirit energy is leaking out like a broken faucet. To Phuong Dich, the guy is a beast. No flashy moves, just pure, soul-crushing pressure. He gulps. Who fights like this, forcing a pro to just give up? Then the kid says, "Hey, we are here." Phuong Dich is confused. He glances back. He sees the headquarters. Shocking, they actually fought their way across the entire city to get here. The kid's voice goes ice cold. I am giving you one last shot for the army's sake. Then he boots him in the jaw, sending him flying. Now Phuong Dich finally draws his blade and holds it high. Sun energy explodes and heavenly fire swirls around his body. I bet some cowards are hiding inside, so let me make this very clear. Phuong Dich gets launched toward the building, still having no clue what just happened. Energy swirls in the sky above. People look up and ask, wait, is that building on fire? One sharp-eyed guy shouts, look, don't you guys feel the heat rising? It is getting hot. There are people fighting in the sky. They see 2 figures floating up there. Phuong Dich is glowing with that intense sun energy, while Phuong Dich struggles with his dark flames and wind. The crowd recognizes those flames from the news. I told you. Those internet rumors about the energy awakening are totally real. Phuong Dich is not rushing. He just waits and says, you have got 5 minutes left. Did you not want to see my full power? Phuong Dich grinds his teeth in a rage, realizing he has been totally crushed since the kid started talking. He slashes down. That was only 30% of my strength, he scoffs. He is stunned. What? That was not his full power? No way. He is only a 2-star creator. In his panic, he misses the chance to dodge and can only watch as the energy slams into him. Boom! Phuong Dich's body flies backward into the headquarters like a broken toy. Over at the main headquarters, the monitoring room screens turn red, and the emergency alarms start screaming. The supervisor checks the monitor and finds a massive energy signature coming from the City Association building. The energy levels are spiking. It is not a dark attribute. The frequency does not match anything we know. Someone asks, what happened? We did not get any reports of a weird invasion. Someone starts guessing when a frantic report finally comes in. Sir, we have word from the Thai City Association. It is the new captain of the Spirit Blade Squad. He is going after the captain's wind blade, and since the guy will not cooperate, he is trying to take it by force. The commander and the whole crew are stunned. Wait, what? He screams, immediately giving orders. Those guys have a death wish. Tell them to stop immediately or I am firing every single executive in that office. The doors burst open and a figure walks in. We need to send someone. This is a massive disaster for the association. It is the elite Gu Wu Nu. She speaks up. It is better if I am the one who handles this. Back in the city, A little girl watches the battle from her window, her eyes wide with total shock. "Mommy, look! A shooting star!" From their house, they see a bright streak of light slam right into the headquarters. There is a massive, heavy crash. The mom rushes over and pulls her child into a tight hug. The dad is frantically packing their bags. "We cannot stay here in this city anymore. We have to get to Shen City right now. It will be safer there." The wife asks, "Is the internet rumor actually true? Is the world really changing?" As the building explodes with a roar, the little girl starts crying in terror. Mom whispers, "It is okay. Everything will be fine." The dad yells, "Hurry up, let us go." Just a minute ago, Phuong Dich's fire sent Phuong Dich flying through the air like a literal shooting star. Even after getting his butt kicked, the guy is still acting tough and making loud threats. "Listen up, kid. Stop this right now, or the Nak family and the whole city association will hunt you down." Inside the city headquarters, everyone is panicking. They cannot believe the guy from the Wind Squad is actually doing this. Someone screams, "Get out there and help Captain Blade. He is not going to last much longer." Right then, they order the captain from Tai City to stop approaching the association building immediately. The kid is definitely not happy. It is clear these people have no idea what they are truly dealing with. He stared them down cold and unbothered by the suits threatening him through the glass. God Blade is the captain here. If you touch him, you are declaring war on the entire Shangxi Spirit Association. Some suits started yelling that they would never forgive this behavior and I should prepare for the worst. Hearing that, my face turned to ice. So this is how the Shangxi Spirit Association plays? I raised my fire blade as yang energy and heavenly fire began to surge. Feng Yi called them out on their trash. They looked down on the Taishi captain, even though he came to help. Maybe you think the Shangxi captain is stronger, so you are just standing there watching. I swung my hand, turning heavenly fire into a dragon that engulfed the building. The sudden heat wave sent everyone inside into a screaming panic. That same employee collapsed in fear while everyone else completely lost their cool. Feng Yi glanced back at the mangled Feng Jiang. "Looks like you all miscalculated. Did you really think someone with your weak power could take my blade?" Feng Jiang was gasping for air, looking like total trash. Since the association had clearly shown their true colors, I decided to stop wasting time and tossed the fire blade at him. "Let's see if you can even catch it." He laughed like a maniac, totally oblivious to the danger. "Ha ha ha! Finally, you learned your place." He lunged for it while talking major trash. Shangxi is useless if they let Taishi build a weapon this powerful first. Greedy and deluded, Feng Jiang screamed that a legendary treasure like this belonged only to someone of his stature. Feng Yi just watched him with pure disgust. I can't stand these types of practitioners. They crave power they didn't earn and will kill anyone just to steal it. People like this are no different from the monsters. They are literally the reason why humanity is falling apart. And yet, the Shangxi Association just lets it happen without a word. I watched the crazed Feng Jiang with ice in my veins. I had already decided he had to be eliminated. Boom! A massive explosion swallowed the top floor as a heat wave blasted outward, burying Feng Jiang in a sea of flames. I calmly whispered, "Forgot to mention one thing. This blade isn't some generic association spirit weapon. I forged it myself from scratch, and it only answers to one true master me." Inside the building, the fire shattered the reinforced glass. People scrambled in terror, their screams drowned out by the thunderous roar of the explosions. Someone yelled that Captain Godblade was dead. The top half of the tower was consumed by heavenly fire, and the flames wouldn't die. The crowd below panicked, asking how a 2-star spirit creator could possibly be doing this much damage. Yue Fengjiang was supposed to be a whole level higher. That was Wang Zhong speaking, the guy running the Shangxi Spirit Association. He stayed on the ground floor and survived, but seeing my power made him shake. Wang Zhong began crunching the numbers in his head. Feng Jiang was the only 3-star spirit creator in all of Shangxi. They poured every resource into him, expecting him to reach the diamond rank soon. He had the talent to be a top captain, yet he was absolutely no match for the spirit burial master. This guy is way beyond captain level. I touched down right in front of Wang Zhong, making him and his bodyguards stumble backward in fear. Seeing me with that flaming blade, coat blowing in the wind, a terrifying thought hit him. This kid could wipe out the entire city. Wang Zhong hit the deck while his guards trembled. What now? Is he actually going to kill us all? One guard started begging for mercy. "Captain Taishi, please have mercy. This was all our mistake." Just then, a helicopter appeared in the sky above the smoldering wreckage of the building. The pilot reported a massive surge of yang energy right ahead of them. The fires were dying down. Wu Ru heard the report and looked surprised. "Dying down already? Looks like we might have showed up late." She wasn't worried, though. She just realized his power was insane enough to level the whole Shangxi district if he wanted. Wu Ru summoned her water element, waving her hand to create a cooling rain. She looked down and whispered, "This is national-level power right here." The rain cooled everything down, putting out the remaining sparks. Her comment meant she knew I had been holding back on them. The chopper circled a few times as the fire died, making Wang Zhong celebrate like a kid. Headquarters is here. The chopper descended, wind whipping my coat. I looked up with zero emotion, checking out the girl in the white dress. A water elementalist with pure spirit energy. She was way stronger than Feng Jiang and definitely top tier compared to anyone else I'd met. Meanwhile, Wu Ru was scanning me. High-level fire, yang attributes, and that overwhelming heavenly fire power. Plus, there was a hidden power she couldn't even read. Looking at the ruins, she realized that if I hadn't chosen to stop myself, her puny water wouldn't have done a single thing. Suddenly, she noticed the blade in my hand. It was a high-grade spirit weapon. The purity and fusion levels were off the charts. There was no way Taishi's current research could produce something this advanced yet. She concluded there was only one possibility: I must have forged it myself. Seeing the big shots from HQ show up, Fang Yi sheathes his blade, done with the fight. Wang Zhong thinks he has backup and yells, "Seriously? You gotta be this heartless? The HQ is here, Gravekeeper. How are you going to explain this mess?" Fang Yi just gives him a cold stare and snaps, "I gave you 10 minutes, but you didn't say a word. You stepped up, which means you basically agreed your captain was a dead man walking." That shut Wang Zhong up fast. He stepped forward, aura exploding as a demonic ghost face flickered behind him. He hissed, "Talk to me like that again, and I will end you right here." Wang Zhong turned ghost white. Right then, Wu Ru landed behind Fang Yi. "Captain of Tai City," she said, watching him look back without saying a word. Wang Zhong was hyped, thinking HQ was about to wreck Fang Yi. Wu Ru introduced herself, first time meeting. "I am Gu Wu Ru." Wang Zhong felt smug, waiting for HQ to lay the smackdown on Fang Yi. But things did not go according to his plan. Wu Ru walked right up to Fang Yi and dropped a full 90-degree bow. "On behalf of HQ, I am sorry. The Aura Association messed up big time. We apologize, and we will give you a real explanation." Wang Zhong was floored. Fang Yi just nodded. He saw this coming, but Wang Zhong was losing his mind. He could not help but blurt out his shock. "What?" Wang Zhong could not believe his eyes. He started shaking as a wave of pure, invisible panic washed over his entire mind. "What? What? A high-level explorer is apologizing to this kid?" Wu Ru stayed bowed, head down, playing the political game in her head. This negotiation is about making the stance of HQ on the Gravekeeper crystal clear. We have to win him over, make concessions, and shower him with rewards. No more drama allowed. As for the Shang City crew, seeing Wang Zhong trembling like a leaf made the two guys next to him feel super nervous. The first guy whispered, "Is that it? Over already? Our captain got scorched to a crisp, did he not? Is this some internal beef?" The HQ rep is not even blaming him, she is actually promising him an explanation instead. Wu Ru heard every single word. She glanced at Fang Yi, who was just standing there like a statue, waiting for the association to make a move. She sighed. His feelings did not really matter. The fact was, the Divine Blade captain from Shang City threw the first punch and tried to take out the Gravekeeper. He was arrogant, ungrateful, and completely ignored the help they got from Tai City and the mental war zone. After apologizing to Fang Yi, Wu Ru stood up and turned to the crew of Wang Zhong, her blood starting to boil. Why did these idiots not step in to kill the drama or handle the fallout when it started? Total brainless move. She asked coldly, "Who is actually running the Shang City Aura Association?" Wang Zhong raised a shaky hand. "That is me." Wu Ru snapped, "You have 3 days to calm the public and spin the news with a solid cover story." Seeing she was not punishing him yet, Wang Zhong flashed a suck-up smile and chirped, "Got it, we are on it." But she cut him off. "In 3 days you are all fired. HQ is taking over Shang City." That hit like a lightning bolt. Wang Zhong and his buddies were completely stunned, unable to say a word. Wu Ru calmly added, "Listen up. If you fail in 3 days, you will pay the price." Behind her, even Fang Yi looked a bit surprised. He did not expect HQ to go nuclear and fire every single person at the Shang City branch. That kind of cold, decisive move was unexpected. Wu Ru was making a point. HQ had to draw a line in the sand. Anyone else dumb enough to poke the Gravekeeper would end up just like Shang City and that guy Yue Fengjiang. She turned to Fang Yi. "Gravekeeper, does this work for you?" "Do not worry. The Aura Association HQ will not let this kind of garbage happen ever again." She made it clear that messing with him was like throwing hands with the entire HQ. Fang Yi did not flinch. "I do not care how you handle them. I just want to know your plan for the media." Wu Ru nodded, getting his drift. "You are worried the news about the Aura revival is spreading too fast to keep under wraps, right?" She explained slowly. "Supernatural stuff is popping off all over the globe right now. The chaos caused by anomalies is getting worse. Honestly, most people have already connected the dots. We have not gone public because the timing is off. If we did, the entire world order would flip overnight. Internal chaos would rip us apart and shatter the thin protective wall we only just started to build. If Thai City did not have a beast like you, the era of aura revival would have kicked off the second the anomaly king leveled the place. Or if it were not for Elder Wu at the mental war zone, we might have been forced to do it sooner. And regular folks, totally unprepared, would be shoved into the era of revival. It all finally clicked for you. So that is the play. Better to have a small group in chaos than everyone losing their minds. If we want to keep up the lie of a peaceful life and total equality for all, prosperity for everyone, right? When the mana hits, we need these elites to step up and handle the heat while millions of regular folks just try to survive the fallout. No wonder these pioneers are itching for trouble. They are desperate to cause chaos and make everything even worse than it already is. The government is clamping down hard on the news. They are basically gagging the pioneers to stop them from starting a massive street war. It keeps the weird stuff from spreading while regular people try to adjust to this crazy new spirit energy world without losing their minds. But you cannot do that without the heavy hitters on your side. You said it yourself, the clock just ran out for everyone. Phuong Dich went silent. He hit the spirit creation realm, but he knew that was barely the beginning for him. He stopped one disaster and bought the city some time, but it was not even close to being enough to save them. Wu Ru said politely, "I will send a private jet to get you home, but I have one small favor to ask before you take off. This is just from me, not the official spirit union. Honestly, I really admire what you have done out there. Being this young with the power to level a whole city plus the guts to actually carry that burden is beyond impressive. Thai City having a legend like you makes everyone jealous. Seriously, I am dying to know more about you." Phuong Dich started to speak as she reached out a hand. "No need for formal titles or being polite right now," she asked softly. "Can we just be friends as regular people? Forget I am a high-ranking officer for a minute, okay?" Cut to the command center. Wang Lin walked in to brief the boss, laying out exactly how the whole mess went down. She slammed the desk, fuming. "This is pure insanity. The Union in this city is acting like a bunch of idiots. If this keeps up, our top-tier fighters are just going to keep surrendering one after another. It is a disaster. Headquarters needs to take control immediately. If not, this city is going to get erased from the map during this spirit energy surge." Wang Lin sighed. "Weak leaders kill the whole army. The Union big shots might be legit, but that lady might be trying to poach him from us right now. Maybe we should make a big official statement to keep him? Well, that is a given. The payout for the Gravekeeper has to be huge. We definitely cannot let the Union's offer look better than ours. In fact, go ahead and double the original bounty for him. He earned every cent of that reward." Wang Lin was impressed. You have to admit, the guy has style. He is cold when he needs to be, but knows when to chill. That is the kind of vibe a city leader needs to survive these days. He dropped the top secret files on the desk. This is the only reward that is actually worth his time. Gia Lam teased him. "If I did not know you actually liked the guy, I would think you were trying to get him killed on purpose." Wang Lin shrugged. "High risk, high reward. He is the only one with the guts to train in that place. Besides, our own elite genius is already grinding in there. Things way scarier than a king of hell are going to start showing up all over the place soon. Every one of them will shatter what humanity believes is possible. We have to help the Gravekeeper level up fast. It is the only way he will survive the coming darkness and reach the places we cannot see." She opened the secret file. "You're right. Maybe our training zone is too easy for him." Suddenly, a subordinate burst through the door shouting for Sister Lam. "Big news. Old Man No is awake and needs to talk to you right now." Hours later, back at the villa in Thai City, Phuong Dich was chilling on the couch, just scrolling through his phone for news. A notification popped up. $10 million just hit his bank account. His cousin Lin Yi ran in, yelling that he was finally back. "I saw the drama on the forums," she said. He just patted her head. "Relax, it is nothing to worry about." She kept going. "The Pioneer boards are blowing up. They say you trashed the captain of the Godsword team. Sounds pretty wild." Phuong Dich flicked her forehead. "Stop wasting time on gossip sites and focus on your training for once. Forgot your promise about getting stronger as fast as possible, did you?" He stuffed his hands in his pockets and walked away. "I'm going to go level up a bit." She was floored. "Wait, you just leveled up. Are you really about to hit 3 stars in the spirit realm?" He acted mysterious. "Not sure yet." He left her standing there, totally confused by the whole thing. My cousin is definitely going through something. The second he hit the room, Phuong Dich started grinding, floating on his bed inside a massive energy orb. Phuong Dich checks his stash. This bone bird thing is packing some of the purest dark energy he has ever seen. Time to fuse this into the infinite dark realm. Gotta squeeze every last drop of power out of it. A dragon spirit pops out from that golden glow. Then, a system notification pops up right in front. "Do you want to slot the dark attribute into the realm?" He hits yes without blinking. A message appears immediately. After merging with the dark attribute, the infinite dark realm just hit level 2. Once enemies get dragged into the void, the bone creeps inside will fight for you, basically doubling how much you nerf the bad guys. The room gets super spooky as the energy orb glows. Phuong Dich is like, wait, they can fight on their own now? So it is like being a king, bossing these monsters around to do my work for me. His orb hovers in midair as golden beams blast out, ripping straight through those screaming souls in the background. He is literally evolving. The system says, congrats, you hit the requirements. Ready to jump to 3-star spirit realm? Out in the woods, a 4-armed golden figure starts shining like crazy. It looks like a god just landed. The air is vibrating and hikers are freaking out. Oh my god, what is that thing? Is this some 4D movie? One guy with a camera is totally stunned. Did an immortal just drop in? Maybe it is the guy who saved us from those monsters before. Phuong Dich has zero clue that his little level-up session is causing a total riot outside. 2 powers, gold and black, are clashing in his room. Inside the dark realm, the kid stands among giant monsters. He is not scared because they are his pets now. These monsters bow down like loyal subjects, making his dark realm even stronger than before. He sits on his throne while every monster below him hits the floor in respect. System says the upgrade is done. Time to check out the new Dark Realm skill. New skill alert. After trapping a target, you can summon dead monsters to jump in and start a riot. Watch out though. Stronger enemies drain more mana and the summon time gets cut short. Phuong Dich holds the Bonebird orb and says, looks like we got another member for the squad. He tosses the bird in and looks at his monster army with new orders. Your energy is pure and helps me level up. Play nice and I will totally take care of you. The monsters bow down in total submission. Phuong Dich does the math. To maximize this new realm skill, he needs to stack way more spirit energy reserves. Outside, a thunderous boom shakes the mountain as a golden beam shoots straight into the sky. Finally, he hits 3-star spirit realm. He keeps going, feeling the energy flow through his veins. His new skills and techniques are finally clicking together. He is feeling more powerful than ever. He opens his eyes, feeling good. Since the realm leveled up, using dark power feels smooth as butter. He steps off the bed with energy still swirling around him. He summons a tiny flame. The rest of this needs a real test drive. Over at the base, Gia Lam is stunned that he leveled up again so fast. The old man is finally awake and feeling much better. He asks, how long has it been since he saved my life? Gia Lan says, 2 weeks. She is totally blown away. In just 10 days, Phuong Dich has pulled off some crazy stuff. Most regular cultivators would need their whole entire life to reach these milestones. The old man is impressed. He just hit the spirit realm and already stopped the dark tide, saving me and countless other heroes today. Neither of us has the power to shut down the darkness like he does. Looking out the window, he is impressed. He took out 2 urban monster kings and leveled up twice in just 10 days. I seriously need to meet this genius. At the association, Thanh Huynh is hyped. That light is coming from Phuong Dich's place. Did he level up again? The staff is shocked. This energy spike is even bigger than when the boss appeared. Manager yells, start protection now. Do not let him be disturbed at all. Launch the level 1 PR plan. Thanh Huynh starts scrolling through the news on her phone. After that Hell King mess, he is a legend among cultivators. Even the regular people are starting to accept this weird stuff. They recognize his energy, and it makes them feel safe. She smiles while reading the forum comments. As for those haters in Commerce City, I am about to school you on the power of the Burial Man. People doubt Thai City was a solo job, but the Great God wrecked the Great Summer Tower. Rumor says it was almost high-level anomaly tier. The Commerce City captain stood 0 chance, completely outclassed. He got thrashed and still had the nerve to talk smack. The Great God just spoke and turned him to dust. Now everyone else knows better than to mess with us. Meanwhile, in a tiny office tucked away in Commerce City, a red-headed girl named Thanh Ly sat biting her nails, stressed out. She never thought leveling up would be this hard. Still 0 progress on that 2-star rank. Where did she go wrong? Suddenly, the Burial Man popped into her head. She glared at the screen, totally annoyed. These pioneers are useless trash. They cannot find a single lead or even answer a basic question. Thanh Ly scoffed. Contacting the Burial Man was starting to look like a dead end. She hated this. If only she could meet him. Everyone treats her like a joke just because she is new to the ghost realm. They would not act so tough face to face. But since the spiritual aura returned, she just did not have enough winning cards to play yet. Thanh Ly did the math. Commerce City pissed off the Burial Man, so this place was officially a dead zone for her career. Time to head back to Thai City. She shut down her rig, grabbed her gear, and shoved her tablet into her bag. She was determined to own this new spiritual era. Back at the villa of Phuong Dich, the crazy breakthrough storm had passed. leaving the sky crystal clear. Yi walked up and asked, "Are you finished with your breakthrough yet?" She set out some food to help him recover. "Any changes to your body?" Phuong Yi chewed and nodded. "Yeah, it is all good. My energy flows smoother and hits twice as hard now, but nothing major. I probably need to reach the diamond realm for the real changes to kick in." Yi showed him a text. "Sister Gia Lam wants to know if I will go to Sky Sea Forest. Apparently, something weird is happening out there." Fang Yi wiped his mouth and nodded. "Yep." He showed her his own phone with a smirk. "I got the invite too. Maybe the Spirit Zone is trying to make up for that Commerce City mess. Since we both got invited, let us roll." Yi happily agreed. Sky Sea Forest was under Spirit Zone lockdown. It used to be just a regular woods, but now it is a strictly restricted area. But lately things have gone wild. Creatures are evolving and the spiritual aura levels are through the roof. It is a perfect training spot, but full of crazy dangers. They took off immediately and were greeted by Song Yue, the captain from Tai City. She grinned and asked, "Do you still remember me, great god?" Fang Yi nodded. "Yeah, what are you doing here?" Song Yue stood tall. "I am guarding this forbidden zone. Commander Gia Lam told me to look after you and your cousin. I also have an update. Right before you arrived, things got pretty messy in the Sky Sea Forest. The woods are spontaneously combusting with mutant flames. It is not exactly dark energy, but it feels super heavy and impossible to put out." Fang Yi raised an eyebrow. "Another new type of mutant fire?" Song Yue nodded. "Exactly. Since your cousin is here, I will tag along." Fang Yi shook his head. "No need. What do you think, Yi?" She replied, "I think we are good too. Thanks though, sister." Song Yue did not push it. "Stay safe then. I will wait here." She watched Yi, thinking that despite her looks, the girl had incredible energy and talent that put hers to shame. She stood her post and watched the two siblings walk away. She was totally jealous. What are they eating to get talent levels like that? Fang Yi and Yi eventually reached the anomaly. It was hard to miss the intense heat and raging fire. In the middle of the blaze was a cave. Fang Yi stopped. "Is this the place?" He reached out his hand and frowned. "This death energy is heavy, just like a dark tide." Yi added, "And the fire is spreading because nothing can stop it." To stay safe, Fang Yi activated his golden sun shield and told Yi to get back. She listened. He sent out a pulse of energy to scout, and the flames immediately tried to swallow him whole. Fang Yi realized these flames were way beyond normal. They actually hunt down and eat spiritual energy, but at the end of the day, fire is still just fire. He used his yang energy to fight back. Against his supreme power, these flames were nothing. He finished scouting and shielded Yi. His gut said the source was just ahead. Since Yi uses wood energy, she was at a disadvantage. "Stay sharp." She nodded, ready to go. Fang Yi summoned his fire blade, his face turning cold and serious. With a loud boom, he slashed down, parting the black flames to reveal a dark tunnel. Yi stayed close as he lit the way. The death energy inside was suffocating. Molten lava dripped from the ceiling. Yi asked what it was. Fang Yi just said, "It is lava." The system flagged a world anomaly, identifying it as tomb fire energy. It immediately began collecting data and running a full analysis on the source. Fang Yi reached out and actually touched the boiling lava flowing beneath his feet. As he scooped up a handful of the molten rock, the system chimed in. "You have unlocked a new tomb fire skill, the Tomb God Domain. It can soak up nearby energy and use it to supercharge your light powers." Pretty sick boost right there. New powers unlocked, so Phuong Dich didn't waste a second before testing them. Golden energy shields his body as grave. Fire crashes over him like a massive wave. He mutters, "Is this like the ruin element but made of straight fire?" This thing has crazy focus, perfect for cranking up those sun-based abilities. But wait, there is more. The system pings again with a special hidden perk. You just earned the Mark of Death. Warning, this power is sketchy as hell. Be careful during the install. Phuong Dich frowns, thinking, what kind of trap is this? He keeps reading the system specs, death, energy, infinite uses. Now we are talking. If an enemy takes you out, they get branded with death. The mark makes them totally numb so they cannot feel pain. They lose their fear of dying, only to experience death on loop forever. The mark summons hellfire from every direction to swallow them up. It roasts the target endlessly with a corrosive burn until their entire body just gives up. For real, the victim faces a literal death curse where their physical structure just starts melting away into nothing. Hell's Gate swings wide and demons line up to bury you. Seeing this creepy new skill, Phuong Dich just smirks. Infinite death? Sounds pretty metal. This power is insane, no doubt, but it is not exactly what I need for the current vibe. The cost is just way too high. Dying isn't really on my to-do list. He makes his choice immediately. System, stash the Mark of Death for later. I am not learning or installing that nightmare just yet. Massive booms echo outside while Phuong Dich sucks up all the nearby spirit stones. Yi stands on the ledge, totally losing her mind. She is totally hyped for him. Who knew her cousin could just tame hellfire like it is nothing? That means he is packing yet another insane elemental power, right? The glowing red shield slowly fades away as Phuong Dich steps out into the open. Yi is still buzzing with excitement. How many different elements does this guy actually control now? It is honestly getting hard to believe. Seeing his sister dazed, he warns her. Snap out of it. We are not alone here. Hearing that, Yi locks in and spots something majorly wrong nearby. Behind them, some freakish winged dragon thing is clinging to the cliff. It has glowing red eyes fixed right on them. Yi freaks out, asking if that is a real dragon. Phuong Dich lands next to her, already seeing right through its disguise. Nah, it is just a mutated lizard. Faced with this super-evolved freak, he is not even sweating. To him, it is basically just a giant bug that needs squashing. He smirks and drops his grave fire domain right under his feet. Perfect timing to test out my new grave fire field on you. The lizard unhinges its jaw and spits black lava fire. Phuong Dich doesn't flinch, he just charges right in. Phuong Dich swings his blade down hard. His sun energy turns into a crescent moon slash that slams into the lizard's attack. The shockwaves from the impact are absolutely insane. The cave ceiling cannot take the pressure and starts cracking. Boom! The whole thing caves in, and a weird light flashes from the rubble. This isn't some normal blast. It is so big that Thanh Huyet can see the mountain literally crumbling from miles away. She barks out an order. Something went sideways in there. We need backup, now! Her partner nods and sends the alert. Seconds later, the news hits the Spirit Warzone headquarters. Warning. New mutant life detected in the forest. Spirit energy is up 1,000%. It is an S-rank threat and the anomaly level is unknown. Lam scowls. This is bad. How can the timing be this perfect? This place has been quiet for ages, but things go crazy right when our guy starts training? Elder Wu growls. I trust his strength, but we'd better check it out. Lam nods. They take off like lightning. Down in the forest, Thanh Huyet and her partner are sprinting toward the blast when they see two streaks of light blazing across the sky. Thanh Huyet yells, "Look at that!" Her partner laughs. It is Elder Wu and Commander Lam. Elder Wu is back in action. Thanh Huyet pushes her team. Come on, we have to hurry up. Suddenly, a golden light slams into the earth with a massive thud, shattering the ground. The man standing there is none other than Elder Wu. As the dust settles, he is standing tall in his special armor, looking unstoppable. Thanh Huyet is floored by his power. Is that speed really the Diamond Realm? While the Buried One is all about flashy explosions, Elder Wu is pure, raw power kept under control. He doesn't even need to show off to intimidate everyone. He locked onto the target and arrived in just a few seconds. His teleportation skills are basically peak level. Lam touches down right after, with Thanh Huyet and the soldiers trailing behind them. Now that everyone is here, Elder Wu stares down the pile of rubble. Moving these rocks would take normal people days, but Elder Wu just raises a hand. With one blast of energy, he clears the path. The cave opens. He shouts, "Let's move." Inside the cave, the battle leftovers are absolute chaos. Even though Yi didn't fight, the shockwaves almost knock her over. Luckily, her golden sun shield keeps her safe. She called out worriedly, "Hey, are you okay?" After that one-sided fight, the giant lizard was finally dead. Fang Yi stepped out of the smoke. "I'm fine." He felt a ripple of spiritual energy and glanced behind him. "Looks like someone's looking for us." A sound echoed, and a shadow blurred past at high speed. In a flash, Elder Wu was standing right in front of Feng Yi. He stayed calm, watching the man. Since there was no sign of an attack, he just stood his ground. Impressed by his composure, Elder Wu asked, "Are you my savior? The grave burner, right?" Just then, Jialan and Song Yue caught up. Jialan called out to Wu. He noticed the lizard carcass and froze. "Grave burner, did you really reach this level of power all on your own?" Elder Wu analyzed it, noting the lizard was almost finished with its evolution process. Once it becomes a dragon, it hits diamond rank. But looking at these clean wounds, you killed it with a single, decisive strike. He paused suddenly. "I can feel the grave fire aura on you. It's like that half-dragon, but it's much more pure." Was that warning just now? Jialan stepped forward in shock. "You handled it already? You actually killed it?" She thought, if this half-dragon had fully evolved, the consequences would be unthinkable without the grave burner here. Fang Yi realized who he was talking to and smiled. "It really is you. No need for formalities, Elder Wu. I'm glad you've recovered, Senior." The old man laughed. "Same here. With juniors like you around, I can finally breathe easy." He asked, "Since you killed the thing, can you do us a favor and keep it a secret? Don't tell anyone outside Sky Sea Forest, not even the Spirit Association." Fang Yi thought fast. On the surface, Sky Sea Forest is just a training zone managed by the War District. But actually, the spiritual fluctuations here are insane. Anything could pop up. It's even more dangerous than the anomalies in the darkest zone. The spirit war zone is carrying a heavy load and doesn't want to add more stress to the spirit association. He nodded, no problem. But another thought hit him. Gravefire has devouring traits just like a touty beast. That lizard must have absorbed a ton of energy to evolve into a half-dragon. Did a touty beast actually live in Skysea Forest? A beast like that would be a total disaster. No wonder they guard this place. Seeing his expression shift, Elder Wu smiled and reached out. It seems you understand. Thanks. Fang Yi shook his hand and replied, It's the right thing to do. Nobody wants high-level anomalies popping up. No need to panic everyone before it happens. With that settled, they all headed out of the cave. Outside, a faint aura drifted through the air. Fang Yi caught it immediately. This scent is, he took a deep, happy breath. It felt amazing. Jialan felt it too and gasped. This spiritual power, she couldn't believe it. Did that guy seriously hit diamond rank already? Right then, a handsome man with long hair appeared in the forest, looking like some ancient immortal descending from the high heavens. The young man stepped lightly onto some floating bamboo leaves. He moved downward step by step, as if walking on a solid, invisible staircase. That guy is a member of the Spirit War Zone named Bai Su, a wood attribute walker. An officer holding an info tablet cheered out loud. Wait, isn't this the unmistakable aura of Bai Su? Did he actually make it to diamond rank? Song Yue was hyped. This is great news. The Spirit War Zone finally has another master who reached the diamond level. Everyone was celebrating, but Fang Yi stayed calm. He noticed something off. Wait, his spiritual energy isn't quite right. Bai Su landed on the ground and spoke with pure confidence. Elder Wu, Jia Lan, I've finished my training. Then, his gaze suddenly locked onto a total stranger in the area. He asked, And who might this guy be? Elder Wu smiled as he made the introductions. This is our elite wood attribute walker from the Spirit War Zone, Bai Su. He's been our ace in the hole, training in secret to finally reach the diamond rank. Bai Su bowed politely. Nice to meet you. I'm Bai Su. But let's be clear. I'm only half-step diamond right now. The breakthrough isn't fully finished. Fang Yi smiled back. Hey there. I'm the Grave Burner. Fang Yi, the captain from Tai City, was impressed. This guy's spiritual flow is smooth, with energy circulating perfectly through his entire body. Unlike the heavy pressure from other walkers, his presence feels light and refreshing. He's definitely at the diamond threshold. He's not that far behind my own level now. It just shows how tough diamond rank really is. Bai Su froze. Grave Burner? Captain of Tai City? Elder Wu spoke up. Jialan invited this captain. He didn't just save me, he wiped out a natural disaster-level threat in Tai City. He's a key partner for the war district now. Show some respect. Bai Su nodded. Did all that really happen while I was in seclusion? Elder Wu turned toward Fang Yi. Bai Su awakened early. His talent and resources are definitely among the very best in the country. His speed, reaching the spirit realm, almost matched yours. He's been training in Skysea Forest ever since, so he's out of the loop. Look man, essence recovery is a grind. Humans are basically playing on hard mode, soaking up spirit energy slower than any other creature out there. We used to rank monsters into 5 tiers. Right now, our top dogs, only 5 people in the world have even touched the 3-star diamond rank. Elder Ngo checked out Fang Yi. Sure, there might be wild cards like you hidden out there we have not found yet, but you are a freak of nature. Most people just hit a wall. He continued, explaining that while spirit energy is getting denser and easier to absorb, the diamond rank remains a massive wall. Many fail and straight up die. He flexed. Hitting that diamond rank changes everything. It is a total body reboot, like evolving into something superhuman. Your energy flow just hits a completely different gear. He gave a nod of approval. Bai Su hit the half-diamond mark. His power felt rock solid, steady, and way more controlled. This is great. I can breathe easy now. Getting a compliment, Bai Su glanced at Fang Yi humbly. These sealed tomb guys aren't jokes. Seeing that smirk, Fang Yi didn't budge. He just kept that stone-cold look on his face. Bai Su cut to the chase. Before I leveled up, I could feel your spirit energy buzzing. It was like a total power surge. That is what pushed me to reach half-diamond. So, how about a little sparring session? Fang Yi just gave a little smirk at that. The tension started thick as fog. Fang Yi realized Bai Su acts humble, but he has actually got the soul of a fighter. In a way, they were cut from the same cloth. Total mirrors of each other. It is rare finding someone who actually speaks your language. Fang Yi didn't back down. He laughed and said, Let us do it. Elder Ingo stepped in, saying he would ref. Keep it clean, no hospital trips. Jia, Song Yue, and the troops backed off immediately. At this elite level, things get real. A fight like this is 1 in a million. Both guys locked in, eyes glowing. Boom! They collided, sending shockwaves ripping through the forest. Song Yue was floored. Baisu just finished training and he is already taking on the Thai city captain? This is insane. Lam just watched quietly while Elder Nago started thinking. On one side, the rising star of the Thai family. On the other, the heavy hitter from the spirit zone, who is actually going to come out on top of this brawl. Right out of the gate, Baisu unleashed his wood element powers. He bent the energy to control every plant in sight. The forest went wild. Wood element pathfinders are basically nature whisperers, forcing trees to grow and attack on command. He slammed his hands down, using lightning to strike back. Baisu's power was next level, literally building a plant army. Vines flew everywhere. Phuong Dich stayed agile, dodging and shredding through the growth with precision. He realized the danger. This guy could turn any random twig into a lethal weapon. Just then, a vine tried to gank him from behind. The whole forest was his playground. Lightning was not cutting it, so he swapped to fire. But usually, wood is just prime fuel for burning. Heavenly fire exploded, turning the vines to ash. But then, they just grew back in a blink. Totally weird. Phuong Dich was stunned. He realized something was off. Are these plants he is controlling actually fireproof or something? Baisu nodded. Normally, wood gets toasted by fire. But these vines? I have reinforced them so they do not give a damn about heat. Phuong Dich squinted. Time for a new plan. Green vines swirled around him, locking him inside a tight wooden cage. Baisu asked, "How is this? Feeling trapped yet?" He was feeling himself. If we were really enemies, you would be facing way more than just a cage. Phuong Dich had to admit, Half Diamond is legit. He popped his golden sun shield. Toxins from the vine started crawling up his arm. That wood energy was purely concentrated. Baisu warned him not to touch them for long. These plants are venomous, and with my power, the poison is lethal. Even a level 3 is toast. Phuong Dich smirked, his sun power flaring. Is that so? Now I really have to try. Boom! Golden light erupted, completely devouring the vine cage. Baisu felt the heat and nearly lost it. The fire scorched every plant. How could this be happening? His pride and joy was shredded like paper. The shock hit him like a freight train. The forest was a literal inferno. He could not wrap his head around it. His plants were shielded by spirit energy they should not burn. Baisu grit his teeth. What kind of freakish flame is this? While he was spacing out, Phuong Dich appeared right behind him. A blade flashed. You left yourself wide open. Baisu barely dodged, his heart racing and sweat dripping down his face. This guy is only a level 3, but he is hitting like a truck. Baisu scrambled back to put some distance between them. The battlefield was nothing but smoke and fire. Baisu looked around. You planned this. You burned the forest to trap me. He asked if he burned the forest on purpose. Phuong Dich replied, You are strong. I had to think ahead and kill your home field advantage. If I let you keep your setup, I would be in real trouble. Failure started to sink in. Baisu grit his teeth. He was supposed to be the zone's top genius. The Sky Sea Forest was his biggest weapon, but he still could not win. He refused to accept it. No way a half diamond loses here. He cracked up. Then try and handle this. He sat low, dumping all his mana into the dirt to force plants out of the dry wasteland. Even Phuong Dich was shook. No and Lam yelled for him to stop. Bark Toe, you got a death wish? Growing a whole forest here is going to drain every drop of your mana. Booming blasts echoed everywhere as a massive, lush forest just erupted from the ground with crazy power. Barktoe went total beast mode with his mana, carving out his own domain. Outside, Old No could not jump in. He just kept screaming for the kid. The dude was totally zoned out, just pouring every drop of energy into the plants to rewrite the whole surroundings. Massive roots ripped through the dirt, forcing Phuong Dich to lose his balance and slide backward. He fired up his internal solar power, noticing the wood attribute energy around here was getting crazy thick. Phuong Dich bolted forward, shouting to the two worried people outside, Old and go, Jia Lam! This fight is not over yet. I will handle things here. Hearing that, Old No froze, his worried eyes locked on the battlefield. As he closed in on Bark Toe, Phuong Dich's eyes flared. Pure yang energy surged through his entire body. He wrapped himself in yang energy and smashed through the vines. After shattering the wood, Phuong Dich pulled his blade and swung down hard. With a loud slash, the massive vine near Back Toe was severed. He scrambled to the side just to stay alive. But the massive drain and the broken vines caused a backlash. Back Toe spat out a mouthful of blood, refusing to accept the loss. He roared, I am not done. I can still build the whole forest. But Phuong Dich just gave him a cold, hard look. Is that all you got? After saying that, he lunged with a punch. Even with a mana shield, the guy's defense just shattered. Boom! Barktoe hit the dirt hard. The soldiers watching gasped, realizing this guy is not even slightly impressed by our district's power. Barktoe is our top dog and he still is not even worth this guy's time? Tong Duert just stood there stunned, trying to find words to defend him, but the truth was obvious. Beichtou was pushed to his limit. She watched Feng Yi land like a boss, thinking to herself that her cousin had not even broken a sweat yet. He had not even shown his real cards yet. No wonder the local prodigy got totally wrecked. Old Ingo faced the music. He did not expect Barktou to break like this. The gap between our local prodigy and a sealed one is just on another level. Jia Lam sighed. You already knew this would happen, master. Barktou looks cool, but he is just a pure kid inside, totally obsessed with the grind of martial arts. Back on the field, as the dust settled, Barktou appeared looking totally wrecked. Wiping blood from his mouth, he muttered, "Thanks." Then he pulled himself together. Barktou stood up, powering back up. I am not done. I still got plenty of juice left in the tank. Facing a fight junkie like that, Feng Yi felt tired. Look, I think this is pretty much over, man. Barktou ignored him, clapped his hands, and popped out 3 shadow clones to surround the area. Everything in nature, obey my command. Feng Yi just watched. Clones made of mana, huh? His mana and focus are legit for a pioneer. Probably the toughest nut I have cracked so far. He definitely drained a big chunk of my battery. As the clones rushed in, he summoned his blade. Then, heavenly fire transformed into a massive, burning dragon. It vaporized the clones instantly. In a flash, only the fire dragon remained. Feng Yi had vanished from sight. Where did he go? I can still feel him. Barktou slipped up for a second and got caught by the heavenly fire. The fire dragon coiled tight, locking him down until he could not move. Suddenly, a flaming blade was pointed right at his throat. Standing on the dragon's head, Feng Yi looked down with an alpha vibe. Can we call it quits now? Old No looked at Jia Lam and Sahil. Barktou is done. That is a wrap. That sealed one is full of surprises. Jia Lam felt a little bad seeing their boy get humbled so hard like that. This is the first time this monster really messed up. YY did not look worried at all. She knew the score. Soldiers muttered. He took out 2 natural disasters in a row. Of course Barktou could not touch him. Tong Duert nodded. Yeah. All those plants did not mean squat. It is over. The results are in and they are clear. Feng Yi let him go. Barktou looked up with a bitter laugh. Half-step diamond genius? What a joke. Feeling like trash, he bowed and muttered, Thanks for the lesson. I have got some stuff to do, so I am heading out. Feng Yi did not mind. Whatever. Barktou just walked off before Jia Lam could even shout. Wait, where are you going? He yelled back. Training retreat, Jia Lam groaned. You just got out. We have got so much work to do. Old Ngo said, his pride is wrecked, just let him walk. He looked at Feng Yi, who was sheathing his blade, and walked over grinning. Hey, Sealed One, you down to join our squad? Being the Thai City captain is fine, but you can handle more. Old Man Wu looks dead serious and says, I want you as my successor. Feng Yi is stunned. His successor? Like, for real? Wu makes the offer. He wants to train him. Not to brag, but if their spirit zone resources are ranked second in the nation, nobody else can claim first. This kind of power is not normal. Next, I will introduce you to God City. They have the biggest stash of loot. The spirit zone is actually under their wing, too. The big shots there are top-tier elites. You will thrive with them. Trading blows with those guys could even put your level way past mine. Feng Yi just grins and says, Thanks, Old Man Wu, but that is not my vibe. I am not part of any spirit association. That captain title is just for show back home. I am not joining any cliques. Hearing that, Song Yue and the soldiers are floored. Wu just nods, totally respecting the kid is doing his own thing. In this era of spirit revival, the stronger you get, the less you want chains. No squad is big enough to force him. He calls it building good karma. Even if you do not join, you can ask for anything. Feng Yi thinks it over and asks to keep training in Sky Sea Forest. Right then, dark clouds roll in and thunder cracks. Wu starts thinking. Sky Sea Forest is wild, and a lightning storm is coming. He figures the lightning energy is surging after the fight. Plus, Feng Yi has not even tapped out all his heaven thunder yet. Wu laughs at that. Fine, young blood. Everyone pull back. Leave the forest to them. Do not even think about disturbing their grind. Song Yue and the troops move out. As long as he stays a warrior for the nation, that is plenty for the old man. Feng Yi gives a grateful smile. He knew the storm was coming, so getting the green light was perfect. He takes off into the sky, no pressure at all. That is raw power. His eyes flash. It is lightning time. Bolts are shredding the sky and thunder is booming. He dives right into the heart of it. 100 thunder refinement. Song Yue looks up and asks, What is the Grave Barrier doing? Is he actually trying to touch the lightning? His fire stats are already off the charts at this point. If he touches that pure lightning energy now, those 2 massive powers will just clash inside his body. Even with dual types, one must lead and the other must follow. If one spirit power is huge, the other can only play second fiddle. Otherwise, his body will just explode from the conflict. Does he seriously not know the basics of how this works? A massive bolt screams down from the heavens. Fang Yi does not even flinch. He just stands there with a cocky grin. The thunder crashes like the world is ending. Song Yue flinches. Elder Wu, Sister Lam, are we seriously not going to stop him? Sky Sea Forest lightning is not meant for mortals, and this guy is literally acting like a lightning rod right now. Lam stays cool. He has peak lightning stats too. That tyrant from the reports? Yeah, that is the Grave Barrier himself. Song Yue is losing it. What? No way. Have I really been stuck in the zone for that long? Dual types exist, but this is some insane level stuff. Lam adds proudly, you are not the only one shocked. I was totally floored too. I am used to calling him the Grave Barrier. I almost forgot his tyrant title. In this nation, he is the one who dominates. He is the absolute genius of this whole era. The harder the lightning hits him, the more power he can just convert to forge his own strength. Fang Yi stands in the eye of the storm, begging for more. I am still low on spirit energy. This is not enough. Bolt after bolt strikes down, and he just eats it all up, forging everything. Bones, veins, and skin are washed in 10,000 bolts. Every power inside him is finally clicking into place. Internal flame refined, heaven fire refined, yang attribute refined. All systems are go and reaching peak potential. Dark attribute refined. 100 thunder process is complete. His body and spirit power are now incredibly pure, and his energy reserves are deeper than ever. Fang Yi clenches his fists. That lightning bath feels like a total rebirth. He tests the new power on a nearby mountain. One spark just deletes the entire peak, and the shockwave shakes everything. Fang Yi is stoked. This Sky Sea lightning is legit. Bai Su watches from afar, literally grinding his teeth in frustration. These mountains are packed with ancient spirit energy. Yet he leveled the whole thing with just one casual hit. He was not even using 30% of his strength. Even a pro lightning warrior at his level could not pull that off with one punch. He looks up and mutters, "Is it over? Grave Barrier, I better get another shot at you down the road." Wu strokes his chin, beaming. A talent like this just passing through brings so many surprises. I really wish I could keep him. He crushed a half-step diamond like Bai Su and slaughtered a literal disaster-level anomaly too. His power and mindset are elite. He trained alone and reached the top. This kid is a total monster. If becoming the successor means no regrets, then I am in, Lam added. But the spiritual sector needs him way more than he needs us. Old man Ngo cracked up. Haha, Lam, you have really changed. She felt a little bit awkward. Really? Ngo said. That is great. I believe in your guy's future. Maybe we should try inviting that young kid too. YY dropped down from the sky just as Phuong Dich landed. Looking at her, he was full of expectation. This is a rare shot, your cousin better step up. He was hyped, then spotted them. Old man Ngo, Lam, you guys still here? He answered, yeah. I got a new plan, no strings attached. I just want to invite your family member instead. Lam Y walked into the training zone. Phuong Dich asked, so does this mean Y can actually study and train there? He thought, this deal might not tempt me, but it is a huge break for Y. I just don't know her vibe. Y opened her eyes and overheard him talking to Ngo. Thanks, the spiritual zone seems legit about helping new practitioners. I really appreciate this, and as her guardian, I can hardly say no, but I can't make the call for her. Suddenly Y snapped, I am not going. Phuong Dich turned around. Are you done with your training? She said, yeah, thanks for the offer, but I am staying. Ngo asked Y. Y said, maybe I am young, but saying I don't want to burden my brother is just an excuse. But I am also a practitioner, and I have got my own pride to maintain. I want to earn everything myself. Phuong Dich was shocked, realizing she had finally grown up. Old man No just nodded. Fair enough, we overlooked that. Sorry, we will keep an eye on you. Good luck. Y said, I will definitely make it. Cut to Phuong Dich's place. Spiritual power is fixed, but now he needs to handle that fire attribute and its uses. Plus, there is that death seal. These are major bottlenecks. Back home, Y saw a girl at the door and asked, Cousin, why is some girl sitting outside our house? Thanh Huynh stood up. You two are finally back. About time. Y was shocked. Captain 2? Phuong Dich asked Thanh Huynh, why are you here? What is wrong? She looked totally serious. Chaos broke out at Bien Thuy. Captain Nguyen rushed to the Thai Family Association begging for some serious backup. Phuong Dich asked where she was. Thanh Huynh said, she is hurt bad and getting treated. She risked everything to bring word, specifically asking for you, the gravekeeper, the very next day. At the Thai Family Hospital, a girl covered in bandages stood in the hall. Suddenly, she heard someone calling her name. Tran Nurk turned around and smiled when she saw them. Sister Thanh Huynh, you are here. And who is this guy? Huynh introduced them. This is Captain Tai, the famous gravekeeper. And this right here is Captain Nguyet. Her name is Tran Nurk. Hearing that, she immediately grabbed Phuong Dich's hand. Hello, Captain Tai. I am the captain of the Nguyet squad. The anomaly at Nguyet is way past rank AC+. I heard you have handled elites twice before. Please, I need your help. While she was panicking, Phuong Dich just stared down at his trapped hand and didn't say a single word. Realizing she was being extra, she let go, totally flustered and shaky. Sorry, I was being way too impulsive just then. I am seriously losing it. The concentration was only rank B, but so many people have just vanished into thin air. Everyone we sent in disappeared, even the backup teams. My sister is tough, but from those scraps of info, Phuong Dich figured it out. So you are saying this Nguyet anomaly is making a lot of practitioners just vanish? But the scans only show rank B? Nguyet might be remote, but they have got heavy hitters. This whole thing smells fishy. He asked her straight up. Those people, including your sister, are they just missing or are they actually dead? Tran Nurk started shaking. Seeing her spiral, Thanh Huynh helped her to a bench. Calm down. Tran Nurk shook her head. I don't know, I can't reach them. She was beating herself up, then added, but my sister and I share this special psychic connection. I can feel that she is still alive. Suddenly, she stopped, like she remembered something huge. She scrambled through her pockets, almost forgetting the most important item. This is a thank you gift. If you agree to come, please. I have literally nobody else to turn to. Tran Nurk handed a small box to Phuong Dich. He took it, looking surprisingly shocked for once. What exactly is this? Even with all those seals, he could still feel that familiar sun attribute energy radiating from inside. He asked, what is this? Why does it need to be sealed up like this? Seeing his interest, Tran Nurk explained. This is a spirit crystal from a mountain where sun power erupted when Nguyet shifted. It is packed with sun attribute energy. It is our greatest treasure. Phuong Dich opened it, revealing a glowing yellow stone. Tran Nurk continued. We tried using it on sun practitioners, but nobody could handle it. They all just got burned. Thanh Huynh stared at the stone in his hand, totally stunned. She never expected it to be a real spirit crystal. Conditions for these things are crazy strict. Even the top spirit associations and military elites rarely see them. Plus, anyone without powers can use one to wake up their inner beast. Everyone wants them. Nobody sells. These spirit crystals are pure energy, not some natural rock. Since they are worth a fortune, Fang Yi grabs them and agrees. Deal closed. Time to roll. Chen Ruo is hyped. No problems here. The three of them pile into the car. About 1 kilometer out from Moontown, Fang Yi asks for the lowdown on how this weirdness started. Chen Ruo talks while she drives. First, these graves popped up. People heard noises inside, but nothing seemed that crazy yet. The next day, we checked. Spirit energy levels were totally normal. We locked it down and cleared people out. But that night, skeletons crawled out and dragged folks inside. Then, the rain hit. A bit further down, they hop out. Chen Ruo points at the roadside graves. We are here. Qing Ying shivers. This town vibe is straight up cursed. What do you think, boss? Fang Yi feels nothing unusual. Chen Ruo leads them deeper. This is Moontown. After that night, these graves just started spawning everywhere randomly. These skeletons can crawl out any time and drag you under. She stares at the growing pile of graves, totally stunned. Just one day and there are this many? Come on, let's meet the others. In the rain, Fang Yi is feeling skeptical. The energy is too low. Never seen this before. Dead guys are popping up, but these graves don't give off any special energy at all. He thinks it over while walking. Are the graves just a mask? Or maybe this whole thing is just a sacrifice ritual. He touches a gravestone and speaks up. These anomalies act just like humans. They use sacrifices to bring back something much worse. Like that disaster back home. The bats were just a welcome party. Chen Ruo stops dead, looking pale. Wait, do these disasters really require human sacrifices? Qingying senses something too. Chen Ruo mutters that locals won't leave. They are actually planning their own ritual for tomorrow. Right then, the ground beneath them splits open. A loud boom echoes through the pouring rain. She panics. Not again. A bony hand explodes out of the dirt right next to where Fang Yi stands. It swings, but he dodges easily. Not even a challenge. Grade B. Without thinking twice, he slices that bone arm off. But before he can finish it, another skeletal hand clamps down hard on his blade. Fang Yi just stares, stone cold. He can't pull it back, but he's chill. The skeleton lunges for his throat. Qingying's eyes go wide. What? These guys aren't afraid of Yang power? Skeletons swarm them from every side. Fang Yi smirks. Looks like it. This mission just got a whole lot more fun. Chen Ruo isn't just watching. She whips out a flute, using sound waves to shatter a bunch of bones. She yells that they are weak, but they don't feel pain. Plus, there are even more of them now. They just keep coming. Despair starts setting in. Can even a professional grave barrier handle a crowd this big? Qingying kicks a skeleton to pieces. Suddenly, it bursts into flames. She freezes. What the heck is this? She looks over. Fang Yi is cold as ice. He drops the grave fire domain, and everything turns black and red. The fire surges, eating the skeletons alive. Meanwhile, the system pings him. Special death attribute detected. This gets his attention. Death attribute? The energy starts converting, boosting his yang power until the whole upgrade is finally finished. A massive explosion of fire and earth rocks everything. The grave fire domain expands, incinerating every walking corpse in sight. The shockwave nearly knocks the girls off their feet. Through the red flames and heavy black smoke, Fang Yi's silhouette just hovers there in mid-air. Qingying brags, see that? That is what a real grave barrier can actually do. Chen Ruo gasps. That was totally insane. His reputation is definitely no joke. That fire turned the skulls and the graves into straight ash. Unbelievable. I was wrong to doubt him. Moontown might actually survive. Let's go meet the rest of the Spirit Association team. The three of them head over to the temporary base for the local spirit group. A girl walks out. Captain Chen Ruo introduces them, saying she finally brought back some backup. Meet the captain from Tai City, our grave barrier, and his teammate Su Qingying. Then she points out her squad, Chen Fong, Chen Ting, and Chen Tich. The girl named Chen Tin just stands there looking totally confused and shocked. The Tai City captain, you are the guy who took down that massive disaster all by himself? She looks at Fang Yi, suspicious. He is so young? Chen Fong just sighs. Whatever. Moon Village is on a whole other level of weird. The guy waves them off. Barely anyone is left. The whole place is about to be swallowed by tombstones. You guys need to get out. Why come back? Why bring outsiders here just to die? Chen Shi grips his head. This is not a rank B anomaly. You both got played. You are only here to be buried right alongside us. Chen Ruo looks at Fang Yi with guilt and whispers an explanation. The Undertaker has seen it all, so he just nods. I took the job, so I am finishing it. He looks at the Moon Village Spirit Association group and calmly says, I will handle this. Hearing that, Chen Shi starts laying out the whole situation. Moon Village is remote. The locals live pretty old school. If they cannot solve a problem, they just pray for a blessing. Chen Feng is totally speechless. Graves are everywhere, so forget blessings. We could not stop them. Just go see for yourself. Looking down from the high ground, Fang Yi scans the village. Night falls, the air turns heavy, and a thick fog begins to crawl through the streets. Pillars of light rise from the distant mountains. He wonders if it is some massive ritual. He starts putting the pieces together. Simple village, primitive mines, and ancient rituals. It is the perfect recipe for a massive anomaly to show up out of nowhere. Suddenly, drums start pounding. Chen Feng and Chen Shi trade a startled look. Something is going down right now. A massive altar sits on the mountain. Two drummers beat a rhythm while villagers file in, tossing spirit money into the air. Fang Yi's group follows Chen Ruo. She is worried. The ritual is starting, and with this many people crowded together, it is dangerous. If the anomaly in the graves explodes. While Chen Ruo panics, Fang Yi just casually strolls toward the ritual altar. Actually, I think this whole thing looks pretty fun. Who wants to come watch with me? The villagers gather and light a massive bonfire in the square. The ritual is held at Yue Yuan Square. Once the fire is roaring, everyone crowds around the massive stone altar. The people are crying and begging. Great gods, please look upon us. Have mercy and save my children. I will gladly trade my own life for theirs. Then they all bow, heads hitting the dirt in sync with the steady beat of the drums. Merciful gods, merciful gods. But the second they look up, the entire bonfire suddenly snaps out into total darkness. Villagers scream in total panic. The divine fire, why did it go out? A freezing chill fills the air, and the ground starts shaking and cracking. Tombstones erupt from the cold earth. People on the edges start bolting. Graves everywhere. Skeleton monsters begin to emerge from the thick midnight fog. Dry, rattling skeletons with glowing red eyes appear right in front of the crowd. Anyone who can run, bolts. Get out of here, move! But the old, superstitious ones refuse to leave. Oh gods, they cry. This must be a test for us. A young mother trembles, clutching her daughter and frozen in absolute fear. The little girl sobs. Mommy, the angels are going to save us, right? Elsewhere, someone gets grabbed by a skeleton. More of them are giving chase. Screams for help ring out everywhere. Help! The mother is knocked down after letting her kid go, but the little girl just stands there wailing. Mommy! The girl does not run and has no idea a skeleton is closing in. A bony hand swings down to grab the child. At that exact moment, a burst of golden light erupts behind her, incinerating the skeleton into nothing but ash. The same thing happens everywhere. Skeletons get sucked into the grave fire and burned to ash. People stare at the rising flames, cheering and kneeling. It is the heavenly fire. Right then, a foot appears on the altar. More specifically, someone is standing on the very top of the tallest pillar. Phuong Dich says coldly, "Stop praying to gods." He drops the brutal truth. There are no gods in this world. They are not coming. The crowd below is totally stunned, silenced as they try to process his words. After a beat, someone finally shouts, "Oh my God, the deity has appeared!" Everyone joins in. The god destroyed the calamity. Some people are even crying with joy. "God, save us. There are still so many skeletons." Phuong Dich knows he cannot explain, so he just shakes his head and keeps saving lives. He raises his hand to control the grave fire, activating a skill that counters the undead. His grave fire domain expands instantly. The skeletons are sucked in immediately. Phuong Dich keeps trying to explain, "I am not a god. I am the Pathwalker captain from Tai City, codename Undertaker." The grave fire domain grows, and the suction force intensifies. Below him, Chen Feng is left completely speechless. What even is this? He stares up in pure disbelief. Who is this Undertaker guy anyway? What is he actually doing? What kind of power is this? Chen Ruo does not know either, just that he is extraordinary. She smirks. "I told you he was not some normal pathwalker, but you did not listen." As Phuong Dich moves through the different anomaly zones in Moon Village, Chen Ruo tells her team he back-to-back cleared 2 natural disasters in Tai City and Thuong City. He soloed the top captain in a top 3 city. Word is, the Spirit Association headquarters and the military both treat this guy like a VIP guest. Phuong Dich charges up the path. The skeletons see him and bolt in pure terror. The system announces the grave fire domain has absorbed a massive amount of unknown attributes. His yang power is surging. Phuong Dich looks chill, like he is in no hurry. Instead of chasing, he raises that fire blade. Time to see what the supercharged fire sword art can actually do. He swings once, and light floods the place like high noon, finally liberating the Moon City. That holy fire burns through everything, swallowing the weird energy whole. People are literally crying. Moon City is saved. The nightmare is finally over. Gravestones and bones vanish instantly. Right then, Qing Ying's device starts pinging like crazy. The screen flashes bright green. She says the stability zones are back to normal. She checks the Cypress area, and yep, those weird readings are totally gone. Chen Ruo checks the map. The Jinming district ahead is hitting record levels. Before he can finish, Qing Ying's face drops. Her stomach ties in knots as a bad vibe hits. She spins around. You guys feel that? More light pillars are popping up everywhere. Chen Ruo realizes with horror that the Jinming district is shaking. All that energy is pooling together. Everything hits one spot. The energy levels are literally off the charts. A massive cloud of black and blue smoke chokes the sky over Jinming. Inside is a glowing blue skull staring down Phuong Dich, another anomaly king. The system pings with a new alert. Unknown attribute detected scanning now. A few seconds later, the results finally pop up. This thing is packing the death attribute. The King of Death is hovering right over the city, looking like a total nightmare. Its body is made of swirling dark mist. It reaches out with nasty skeletal fingers, trying to snatch Phuong Dich right out of the air. Facing the Bone King, he frowns. Why does this vibe feel so incredibly gross? It is like cold death crawling on his skin. Chen Ruo shouts from below, asking what the hell this is. Qing Ying is sweating. This energy is way worse than that king in Tai City. The Bone King drags a massive coffin behind it. With a bone-chilling roar, it charges straight at Phuong Dich. The Spirit Association guys are bricking it. It is here. Chen Shi realizes this monster is the one pumping those light pillars. Pure death pours off this thing. The Bone King's eyes flare up with a cold, royal glare like a god looking at ants. Just one look and Phuong Yi's spine turns to ice. This is the first time an anomaly king actually spooked him. He grabs his head as a massive migraine hits. It feels like his mind is being snapped in half by something dark. He is suddenly nauseous. What is this? Phuong Dich feels tiny and pathetic. Those skeletal hands are closing in, and his body just will not move. Too strong. Is this a fully evolved anomaly king? This death energy is unlike anything he has faced. Massive chains of rot lash out, and he cannot even find an opening to strike back. After a struggle, Phuong Dich finally clears his head. He looks up just as those chains are about to crush him. He swings his blade instantly. He clears the front, but more chains swarm from his blind spot. He cuts through a few, but dozens more sprout up. He realizes the sun attribute usually kills darkness, and death is just a nasty branch of that same dark energy. Phuong Dich swings hard but realizes something is wrong. This is not working. Even his supercharged powers cannot suppress this thing. It is just too much. Down in the square, people are praying to the gods for a miracle. Protect our people. Save us. But their prayers are not giving him any extra juice. Fang Yi is losing the fight. The fog is getting thicker and thicker, swallowing the whole battlefield in gray. Qing Ying watches from below, her eyes wide with terror. The Bone King commands the coffin. Chains burst out and wrap around Fang Yi, shattering his golden shield and knocking the blade from his hand. Someone screams. The gravedigger's sword hits the ground and shatters. Meanwhile, in Tai City, Lin Yi's heart races. A terrible feeling washes over her. Her cousin, she was training on the mountain when the feeling hit. The anxiety is eating her alive. Why is she this worried about a routine mission? It makes zero sense. Her cousin is a beast. He took out 2 kings easily. Could something actually have gone wrong? She grabs her phone, wishing she had ignored him and gone along to Moon City. She goes to call him, but the phone suddenly vibrates in her hand. An incoming call pops up. It is Sister Jia Lan. Jia Lan's voice is heavy. Yi, the news just broke. Moon City is overrun and totally sealed off. Your brother is in serious trouble. Lin Yi sprints to find her. The military is moving. Trucks are flying down the mountain road. Back at the Tai City headquarters, the room is dead silent. Some people are holding their heads in despair. Others refuse to believe the gravedigger is gone. Is our fight pointless? Even the gravedigger? Meanwhile, over at headquarters in Shen City, a report drops. The association is mourning Moon City. AB rank fluctuation somehow birthed another anomaly king. This proves we have to kill these things before they finish evolving. Period. Wu Ru slams the table and stands up. You really think now is the time for that? She leaves. I am going to Moon City. Where do you think you're going? La Kuang yells from behind. You're a core member, and the military is already pushing the lines. Vu Nu just glares. They already lost a diamond rank master, and now 10 more national pillars are totally gone. Can you feel that energy? She screams. Are you really just going to ditch another city? Since when did the Spirit Association become a bunch of cowards? I'm not accepting this. La Kuang snaps at Vu Nu. Don't shift the blame. The burial man chose this path himself. In this crazy spirit era, one slip means you're toast. His death is just business as usual. Vu Nu spits back. Then why even train? If we're just waiting to die, why did old Ngo sacrifice himself to save us back then? Her aura flares up. Might as well just lock the gates and wait for us all to be erased. La Kuang stammers. We're doing this for the many. You going there changes nothing. But she's already out the door. Vu Nu is fuming. These cowards have no clue. She saw the burial man in action. There's no way he died that easy. Meanwhile, the army rolls into Moon City. Seeing that purple beam hitting the sky, old Ngo looks grim. This king is a dark freak. That death energy is unlike anything we've seen. He looks at a panicking Lin Wai. The burial man is in deep, probably trapped by some weird cosmic rules. The car stops and Jia Lam jumps out with Ngo. A soldier reports. Old Ngo, Sister Lam, the trucks can't break through. Jia Lam is stunned. Lin Wai looks even more sick. The soldier explains they've tried wave after wave with zero luck. Moon City is buried in tombstones. Every squad we send in just gets swallowed whole. Nothing touches them. Our guys are being dragged into the dirt. That king's power is just growing and spreading out. After checking the odds, Lin Wai starts shaking. No and Jia Lam wait for the verdict. The soldier looks at the creeping death and says there is no hope. Retreat? This king is immune to everything. He's blocking all powers. Even the burial man is. Stop. Lin Wai cuts him off, crying but firm. I'm not leaving him. I'm going to Moon City alone. Moon City Square is a ghost town. Everyone has been sucked into the graves. The air is thick with pure death energy. Names are etched on the tombstones, and Thanh Huynh and Tran Yuok are on them. The death mist moves like it has a brain feeding the Bone King. He's staring at a floating coffin in the cage holding our boy Phuong Dich. Inside, snakes and scorpions crawl everywhere, greedy for the death energy leaking from his skin. He looks like he's in a deep sleep, totally sealed off. Then, his eyes snap open pitch black. System alert. The death mark you implanted is now live. You have officially unlocked the power of infinite death. System confirms that the trial for the death mark is finally complete. Phuong Dich takes a long breath. Wow. That death mark is the real deal. That trial was a total trip, honestly. He looks at the skull and it's not scary anymore. Even the King of Death looks kinda chill. He squints, thinking back. But seriously, that whole rebirth thing? I'm never doing that again, not in a million years. Rewind a bit. When he realized he was locked in by the King's Death aura, he had to make a split-second choice. He pulled up the system. If I'm gonna die anyway, I might as well bet it all on this mark. System engage. Death mark implanted. Now downloading all the dark skills and powers hidden inside the sigil. A red light flashes and sinks deep into his chest. He's fully linked now. The system says the mark is booting up. Suddenly, the death seeds explode. He loses control as the King of Death drags him into the abyss. System warning. The King of Death's domain rules are now active on your physical form. His body goes cold, no pulse. He's a literal corpse, but the system code is still running in the background. You are dead. Death mark triggers. Stage 1 complete. The mark has successfully infiltrated the King of Death's energy stream. Power active. Stage 2 complete. Phuong Dich is pulled deep into the black coffin. In the silence of this death trap, the system code just keeps on running. Final step. The death trial. You have to pass 3 brutal challenges to earn the 3 massive powers hidden inside this mark. First up, the fire of the underworld. Immortal flames that burn forever and never go out. Absolute heat. Second, the poison of the frozen tower. Your body is cursed and dissolved over and over by rot. And finally, the earth attribute of the demon realm. Hell gates swing open as evil spirits line up to march you into the grave. The pain is so real you can't tell fact from fiction, an endless death loop. Rebuilding the flesh and turning the soul into a flower requires a massive price to survive. Back from the dead, Phuong Dich knew the real war was finally starting. His mission? He had to break the laws of death ruled by the King of Death himself. He instantly summoned massive lightning power, sending scorching hot bolts of white electricity flying in every direction. It spread like a spiderweb. The King of Death froze, staring down in confusion at his special casket with a huge hole blasted through the bottom. Then, Phuong Dich tumbled out of the hovering coffin. With a heavy thud, he slammed right into the middle of a dense, creepy graveyard. The king looked down, eyes full of murder. As dust swirled with bleached bones, a cold figure slowly stepped out of the wreckage. Phuong Dich caught his breath, rubbing his face and glaring up at that bony freak of a king. The monster was shocked to see him alive. Its aura spiked instantly. The system pinged. The King of Death has detected your sudden resurrection. Pissed off, it hurled 2 death seeds straight at Phuong Dich. Boom. The seeds hit the ground and erupted in a massive, fiery explosion. The arrogant king didn't even bother checking the damage, but he had no clue Phuong Dich was totally unfazed by the blast. He just grinned. The system confirmed, you have dodged the law of death. The king was shook as he watched the kid stand right back up. Even with some internal injuries and blood dripping from his split lip, he was loving this new power, throwing a cocky smirk at the boss. The King of Death felt insulted, caught between pure rage and total disbelief. Meanwhile, outside the city barrier, gravestones covered the entire mountain. Someone whispered that the energy of death was getting way too thick to breathe. Elder Wu, Jia Lan, and Lin Yi watched from the sidelines. Lin Yi was shaking. Is my cousin, is he really okay? Jia Lan powered up his spirit energy. Stop worrying. We are here now, so let's start smashing these headstones and save everyone we can. Before she could move, a massive pillar of water blasted from behind, crushing the graves. Yu-Ru floated down like a literal goddess descending from the heavens. That was all her, she said. Count me in too. Jia-Lan smiled back. Looks like the sea mystic finally decided to join the party. They teamed up to wreck the graveyard. Yu-Ru shouted, I am here to help. Constant explosions echoed as the stones shattered into tiny pieces. Once the stones vanished, the soldiers buried alive were pushed back up. They looked around, totally lost. What just happened to us? No time for high fives, though. New graves popped up instantly. They surrounded Lin Yi and the others. Back to back, they muttered. Here we go again. Jia-Lan warned them to stay sharp. These dry bones will drag you straight into the dirt. Right as he finished saying that, skeletal hands clawed out of the ground. Hundreds of dry bones charged at them like a pack of hungry, mindless wolves. But before they could strike, they all froze like they just got an order. Then they crawled back into their graves and disappeared completely. That weird move left Jia-Lan confused. Lin Yi just stood there, stunned. Yu-Ru watched them vanish and asked, did they just retreat? What is the anomaly king playing at? Jia-Lan shook his head. No clue, but something big is coming. We just have to roll with the punches. They kept moving forward. Elder Wu showed up, having just saved the trapped soldiers. He said, honestly, this might actually be a good sign for us. The anomaly king is pulling back his power. The people buried still have a real fighting chance to come back to life. He saved a bunch of lives and calmed everyone down. This proves the victim is still kicking and making the king absolutely miserable right now. Back with Phuong Dich, the thick dust was finally clearing out of the air, revealing his cold, calm face. After taking all those hits from the King of Death, he had not moved an inch. Total boss move. The system chimed, death count, 2. Then a massive positive notification popped up right in front of Phuong Yi's eyes. Your ability has trapped the king in a death loop. Boss weakness increased by 10%. Now we are finally getting somewhere. He realized that when the death mark triggers, it does not just hit him, it drags the King of Death down into the dirt too. Once it locks you in, it is either game over or complete erasure. No in between. That is just how the rule works. That exact rule makes this king so dangerous. Looking at the confused monster who still had no idea what was happening, he just gave a cold laugh. Your own laws of death are biting you in the back now. It roared, smashing its chest and releasing a massive flood of toxic energy. Dark green death seeds shot out like homing missiles, locking onto Phuong Dich with lethal precision and speed. He was too lazy to dodge, just standing there as the energy slammed into him. A massive bang shook the area. The system pinged. Death count 3. The king still did not realize he was losing power. Seeing his hits land, he let out a nasty, wicked grin. The system kept going. Your ability has weakened the King of Death even further. This whole plan is working perfectly. Target is entering a state of collapse. Weakness reached 30%. Suddenly, cracks appeared on its body and bits of bone started falling off. As the smoke cleared, Phuong Dich was still standing there. It looked like that last attack did not even scratch him at all. The king's ugly smile froze. His eyes shifted from pure arrogance to straight-up panic in an instant. Phuong Dich revived again, wiping blood from his chin. He thought, keep it coming, pal. I am going to grind you into dust. Just taking hits was not his style. Since the boss was weak, it was time to strike back. He started charging up light energy. A whistling sound cuts the air. Phuong Dich fires a glowing gold arrow, packed with scorching solar energy, straight at the King of Death. The Bonehand swipes, knocking the arrow off course. System alert. The yellow spring mark is live. Black flames erupt on the hand that blocked the shot. The system updates. The King of Death is debuffed with underworld fire. It stares in total confusion. Why is its hand burning? No matter what it tries, the fire won't go out. The King of Death panics, trying to stop the burn. Meanwhile, Phuong Dich leaps high above its head, plotting his next move. Just like the mark described, the King of Death doesn't even realize its body is rotting from the inside. It can't feel any pain from the effect. Phuong Dich grips his newly forged fire blade and brings it down hard. The monster thinks the attack is a joke. It expects a sneak attack, so the King of Death keeps its eyes locked on him. Phuong Dich doesn't flinch. Skyfire strike, he roars. The King of Death looks up and raises its sharp, bony claws. With a thunderous shout, the Skyfire strike slams into the skeletal hand. A massive explosion rocks the area. Phuong Dich dies yet again, his human shell crushed. Only a cloud of dust remains. System alert. Death count 4. The King of Death is weakening. Progress 45%. The Death Tower mark activates, and this time, Phuong Dich is the one getting hit. His body shatters into pieces. One thought loops in his head. Here we go again. A sudden sound, the King of Death catches his small, broken body in its massive grip. It pulls him close, staring intensely. It wants to know how this kid keeps coming back to life. Even as his body dissolves, Phuong Dich flashes a cocky grin. Hey, King of Death, take a good look at yourself. You're looking a little rough, huh? It doesn't get the insult but looks down anyway. It misses the small bones dropping or the cracks spreading across its face. It has no clue what's coming. Phuong Dich doesn't explain. Flames explode around him. He smiles, says goodbye, and vanishes into the fire. The King of Death freezes as its prey disappears. Immediately, the system logs death number 5. Now the damage is obvious. One side of the king's face completely shatters and falls to the ground. System reports 60% weakness. Corrosion is eating its supposedly immortal body. The king starts to panic as the system updates the status again. Hell's vision mark is active. The weakness progress jumps. It watches in horror as its own body begins to fall apart. Outside the city, the rows of gravestones across the mountainside start collapsing all at once. The sound of crumbling stone echoes everywhere. Lam is stunned. Am I seeing things? The graves are falling. Vu Nu nods. No, look up there. She points toward the distant horizon as reports come in from the front. Those weird light pillars are vanishing. Lin Yi feels a spark of hope. Maybe her cousin is still alive? Injo Lao barks out an order. Into the city. Signal the other teams for backup. We need to evacuate the survivors and the wounded immediately. He leads the 3 away. Someone yells, Roger that. Back. Inside the city square, the stone tablets are still standing. Being so close to the king probably saved them, but even these are starting to crack. Suddenly, a hand bursts through the dirt. It's a human hand, not bone. Thanh Huynh has escaped her grave. She crawls out, gasping for air, totally terrified. What just happened? Her life felt drained. When she was pulled into the grave, her soul felt like it left her body. The memory of that hellish void makes her shiver. The nightmare fades. Thanh Huynh whispers, I have to save them. She starts digging frantically at Tran Nguoc's grave, screaming her name. Are you in there? Stay with me. Finally, she pulls her out and sighs in relief. Tran Nguoc is alive, but her sister is gone forever. Nothing's left. Rain begins to fall. Thanh Huynh looks up. The gloom is finally lifting. Oh, the sky. Light pierces through the clouds. The sky is breaking open. Back on the battlefield, a skull hits the dirt. The King of Death is just a broken head now, its power fading fast. It rasps, "I am the noble King of Death. What are you?" It glares at the shadows ahead. "How dare you mock me?" The shadows just stare back. System notice. Hell's scenery has dropped the king's power to 80%. The light in its eyes dies. Its skull fractures. It's 90% gone and doesn't even know it's dying. A moment later, the skull crumbles. The King of Death never imagined its own end. Weakness. 100%. Alert. The king's power is drained and claimed by you. The black clouds vanish, and sunlight finally hits Phuong Dich right through the gloom. Dark purple energy swirls around him. System message, "Congratulations, the old king has fallen." A new king rises. The heavy clouds split apart. A blinding beam of light blasts down from above. Fang Yi hovers in midair like some straight-up vengeful god. Below them, Qingying holds Chen Ruo tight, staring up in total awe. Wu Ru is completely floored. The Gravekeeper didn't just cheat death and break the rules of the King of Death. He summoned a literal hell of ghosts to swallow that monster whole. Old man Wu realizes something and just laughs. This kid is way beyond anything we ever imagined, even in our wildest dreams. He figures you can't just dodge the rules of death, you have to be strong enough to shatter them yourself. Before falling into the King of Death's trap, the Gravekeeper probably already had a backup plan ready. He technically died, sure, but he came back with the power to wreck death itself. Born again. Wu Ru is impressed, but seriously skeptical. Can a human actually own the power to flip the switch on life and death like that? She is worried. The King of Death is an awakened anomaly king, after all. Could that monster have snatched the Gravekeeper's body? Jialan gets her drift, shakes her head, and smiles. No way, just look at them. She points toward the survivors and breaks it down. If the Gravekeeper were really defeated or turned into some puppet for the King of Death, we wouldn't be saving this many people. Plus, that crazy stuff he summoned isn't even trying to kill us right now. Suddenly, a panicked shout erupts. "Over here! There is a girl badly hurt, and her skin is already starting to turn purple." The girl asks weakly, "What happened?" She looks around in a daze. "It's so loud, wait, wasn't I supposed to be dead already?" People in UA City freak out when they see someone floating in the sky. Who is that? Why does he feel like one of those anomaly kings? Someone trembles. Is that the Grim Reaper? Is that thing actually real? Another person snaps back. "What are you even saying? That's the Gravekeeper who just saved us." The little girl Fang Yi rescued suddenly pipes up to defend him. "No, that name is lame." She cheers happily. "He's a god. He's our god. He's the one who wiped out that evil thing." Right then, Fang Yi makes his move. He summons that death scythe with the same cold-blooded look he always has. He says it's time to end this. With a loud rip, Fang Yi swings his scythe, slicing through the air and tearing space wide open. Everyone below is stunned. The night sky is literally torn apart, cracking the void wide open. A dark, freezing world shows through. The crack starts sucking in all the leftover death energy from the city. Wu Ru, Jialan, and Old Man Wu are floored. Old Man Wu gasps, the Nether Realm, where 10,000 ghosts cry. He's literally dragging hell down to the surface. Fang Yi stands high above, glowing with pure energy. "Go back to where you belong," he commands. Then he raises his hand to seal the crack with a blast of purifying light. A golden glow, bright as the sun, washes over the gloomy city. As the light fades, the rift zips shut. Fang Yi takes a breath finally. It's over. He slowly floats back down. Below, survivors are sobbing tears of joy. Families are grabbing each other, holding on tight. "We're alive! We actually made it!" Fang Yi watches them quietly, but deep down, he's feeling a little uneasy. Fighting the King of Death burned through way too much spiritual power. Between that and the death mark, who knows what kind of fallout is coming? Still thinking about it, he lands in a quiet, foggy graveyard. Suddenly, Lin Yi sprints over and tackles him with a huge hug. "Brother!" Her showing up like that totally startles him. Lin Yi looks him over. "You're not dead, right? You scared the life out of me." He just smiles and pats her head. "I'm okay." Fang Yi glances around and sees Qingying holding her hurt arm, giving him a small smile. "Thank you," she says. He's a bit confused, but she just nods toward the back. Chen Ruo is hugging another girl. The two sisters are bawling after finally finding each other. Fang Yi gets it now. He smiles. Her sister is alive, a small miracle in the middle of all this mess. While Old Man Wu is watching, someone rushes up with a report. "Sir, the stats are finally in." The soldier reports the body count. About half of UA City's population was wiped out by the King of Death. Most hadn't awakened or were trapped inside tombstones too long. Out of the 1,500 backup soldiers sent in, 50 are dead, and another 30 are still missing. Over 1,000 more are wounded. Old Man Wu closes his eyes and gives the order. Start rebuilding and pay the victims' families everything they deserve. Wu Ru adds that God's city will help out too. But Jielan isn't satisfied. Sir, is it time to tell the world that spiritual energy is back? How long can we keep hiding this from normal people? I feel so useless I couldn't even save most of them. Old Man Wu understands but shakes his head. That's not our call to make, he says, trying to comfort her. Humans aren't as weak as you think. After all this, people are noticing the signs, even if they haven't awakened yet. They are already prepping for the end of the world. He puts a hand on her shoulder. Jielan, you can't carry everything. Every hero has their own part to play. Just do your best. With the chaos over, Wu Ru chuckles. I originally came here to help out the Gravekeeper, and maybe meet him, but I guess he doesn't need me. She watches the crowd swarming him. He is busy now, but this fight definitely made him the main pillar of the whole country. Nearby, the people of Yue City are cheering. Lord Gravekeeper, you are our literal god. If it wasn't for you, I would be a vengeful ghost by now. Thank you so much. Old Man Enjo gets it. Announcing the barrier wiped the king will definitely put other countries in their place. He warned to keep the files and powers top secret. Other nations are already sniffing around, but the core intel is still safe. Once the Nguyen family drops the news, they will think Ha country finally cracked the king's code. No one else has pulled this off. Even the world alliances won't dare mess with us now. We have the upper hand. Enjo took charge again. Back to the lab to study the footage. We need to fully understand this king anomaly. Ha country has a long road ahead, and we cannot let the barrier carry this weight alone. Jia Lam agreed no time for rest. Vu Nu adjusted her glasses. Let the Than family handle the next anomaly. We got this. Everything wrapped up, so Phuong Dich and Lam Wai headed back to the villa in Tai City. He finally took a long, relaxing soak. After the Nguyen family square was finally cleared out, the government snagged some dark essence left by the Death King and handed it over. Plus, he still had that sun crystal from Tran Nyok. Now, he is sitting on two massive, top-tier elemental crystals. Phuong Dich stood up, water dripping everywhere. He grabbed the dark crystal to test it. He is the new Death King anyway, so absorbing it should be easy. The system pinged, detecting a heavy surge of dark energy nearby. Scan complete. It is a dark attribute crystal, initializing the ultimate calculation mode now to start the compilation. The system finished the job instantly. Compilation successful. You have gained a new dark skill called Death Journey. Suddenly, a pitch-black cloak manifested and wrapped itself around Phuong Dich's shoulders. The system explained that Death Journey is a teleportation move. Use the shadows as cover to blink through the void to your target. Once the explanation ended, the black cloak simply dissolved into thin air. He thought about it. Sounds fancy, but at its core, it is just a teleportation skill. It was late. Phuong Dich left the bathroom and stepped into the dark hallway, lit only by a few slivers of moonlight. The skill was simple but deadly in a real fight. Using the shadows in the hall, he blinked down to the living room in a heartbeat. Space teleportation is the ultimate survival tool, great for saving your skin or just making a quick exit. Since the Deathmark accepted him, Phuong Dich stopped just borrowing dark energy. Now, he can directly absorb it to power himself up. His control over this dark spiritual power has already seen a massive jump in strength. After crushing the Death King, he soaked up every bit of dark energy left in its crystal. He could feel it. He was getting really close to the diamond rank, just one small step to go. After testing the new move, he headed to his room. He still had that sun attribute crystal. It was supposed to be payment from Tran Nyok for saving the Nguyen family. But after the big fight, everyone kind of forgot about it. Turns out, the Nguyen family thought a private gift was too low-key for someone like him. They threw a huge ceremony and even put up a massive statue of him in the middle of the city. Thinking back on it, he was just speechless. He held the sun crystal and decided to ignore the hype. Whatever. It is not like it is a huge deal anyway. Phuong Dich narrowed his eyes, staring coldly at the crystal. Suddenly, a massive, burning red energy vortex swirled in the sky above his villa. System online. Detecting Yang energy. Identifying the sun crystal and starting the high-level calculation process. Time to compile. The sun crystal began to spin wildly in Phuong Dich's palm. It gathered a ton of spiritual energy before the system finished the build. The crystal vanished into him, and a blinding light exploded through the room. The light shifted and transformed, turning into a pair of glowing golden wings right behind his back. System message. You have learned the Sun God technique. A bright solar mark flashed right on his forehead. The system said Sun God can summon a massive deity from the void to burn everything to ashes. Back in Tai City, a giant golden crow appeared in the sky. Everyone stopped and stared in shock. Hey everyone, look up. There is a huge golden thing in the sky. Is that a legendary crow? I am all the way in High City and that light is blinding. Is this another weird disaster? I am seriously scared. We just got some peace and quiet. But one reporter spoke up. Do not panic. This is Thai City we are talking about. I bet it is that god-tier hero who saved the whole city. He is probably leveling up again. On the forums, everyone was buzzing. That familiar, insane sun energy is back at the Thai City coordinates. Did the Undertaker just unlock some crazy new power or what? The sky looks totally different this time. Even regular scouts' lives matter. Just passing by on a mission, and I almost got fried like a mountain monkey. Meanwhile, deep in the woods, a crew is chilling and checking the feed. One dude mumbles, "Yo, the Undertaker is a beast. When do we finally get to shut those Country B losers up?" A Phuong chimes in, all annoyed. Yesterday Country B had that fake prophet guy talking trash, sounding totally sketchy, claiming our country won't even survive the first year of this spiritual awakening. Hearing this, a total rookie named Thanh Ly pipes up with a naive question. Is that Country B prophet really telling the truth? Or is he just full of it? Tanlock snaps back. I spit on that superstitious garbage. It is all just ghost stories and nonsense. If anyone is going down, it is them first. Even after getting yelled at, she keeps going, saying stuff has been getting really crazy lately. A Phuong glares at her. What is your deal? You a mole or something? Tanlock gets even more aggressive. Look, how long has it been since you awakened and you are still a one-star noob? You are pathetic. Thonley talks back though. So what? There are plenty of one-star ranks around. Without this magic awakening, would you losers even be brave enough to look down on me? Her attitude is really starting to get under a Phuong's skin. He walks up and checks her out. Oh, I get it. A spoiled princess like you probably hates that magic made everyone equal, right? Sucks being the one looked down on, does it? Get used to it, sweetheart, because in this new world you are basically trash. Out in the middle of nowhere, Thanh Ly goes full diva on her teammates. Hilarious. What makes you guys so special? You would still be bowing and scraping if the Undertaker showed up right now. If you want to mock me, try becoming a powerhouse like him first. A Phuong stops. Wait a minute. Are you actually hoping to join the Undertaker's crew? She freezes up when he says that. Seeing how flustered she looks, a Phuong just starts cracking up. Ha ha ha, you? As if. Everyone knows the Undertaker is a lone wolf who never teams up with anyone. Tanlock balls up his fist and gives her a big thumbs down. You are officially kicked out. Go find your Undertaker boyfriend and leave us alone. Then they just pack up and bail. Thanh Ly freaks out. Wait up, I finished the mission with you guys. You have to give me my share of the loot. A Phuong looks back and sneers. A reward? You should be lucky we aren't charging you a fee for protecting your sorry butt. He throws a punch from a distance. Beat it, kid. A massive blast of energy slams right into her stomach, sending her flying backwards through the air. She doubles over in total agony, her face twisting with pure rage and intense pain. Just you wait. Meanwhile, a viral post on social media is blowing up. That Country B prophet just dropped a total bombshell. Will the mighty nation of Ha actually fail to survive the very first year of this magical awakening? What are they actually planning? People are debating whether we should just ban all news coming out of Country B for now. Over at the City Association, Fang Yi watches the screen with his arms crossed. Is this prediction really messing with our people that much? The president nods. Exactly. That is why we need you to make a statement using your official, government-verified Undertaker account. To keep people from digging into your real identity, we had to bring you here in person. Qingying adds, Country B is obsessed with manipulating public opinion. Even before this magic stuff started, they played these games all the time just to mess with our heads and cause a panic. They want to keep us on edge and stop us from training. The president looks at Fang Yi. Right. Word got out that your power rivals the Anomaly King, and there is no way they are going to just sit back and watch. Country B is definitely not about to let us train in peace and just keep getting stronger and stronger. I heard Country B was actually pulling the strings behind that disaster that almost hit the city recently. Hearing this, Fang Yi rubs his chin, thinking it over. Wait, they are not even as strong as us. If they can control the weather, why do this? The president just shakes his head. We are not sure, because every single country predicted that specific disaster was supposed to hit Country B instead. But then it almost hit our city, and we nearly lost Elder Wu along with our top elites. Fang Yi gets it now. His fingers start flying across the keyboard. Yeah, I guess I never looked at it that way. He hits enter and sends the post live. His official account immediately updates with a new message. Even the apocalypse itself cannot keep up with how fast I am currently breaking through my limits. Tons of scouts are constantly watching every single move Fang Yi makes. The comments start exploding instantly. Is the Undertaker leveling up again? Is he actually hitting the diamond rank already? That kind of speed is absolutely insane. Our national hero is literally king of this new magic era, but some people still have doubts. Hold up, didn't anybody catch that? That literal hell-on-earth prophecy? It already wrecked Moon City. Phuong Dich stayed chill, knowing he didn't need to say a single word. Why bother attacking Country B? He just needed to flex his true power and let the results do the talking for him. Then, the comments section exploded with actual survivors. One wrote, "I'm a survivor from Moon City. I saw the whole thing. I watched the Gravekeeper summon 100 underworld ghosts to rip the King of Death apart. He absolutely wiped the floor with him. People were freaking out. Wait, is that really the Gravekeeper?" Someone roasted Country B, saying, "LOL, tiny Country B and their prophecies. Better not cry when the master slaps you." The fanboys were all swarming in too. "Fang, I'm your biggest fan. Can you just say one word? I'll literally engrave it on my tombstone for my grandkids to worship forever." Right then, over at Country B's data control center, some suit was screaming. This Gravekeeper guy was becoming a massive headache. How is his clout this insane? Do we still have zero intel on him? You people are beyond useless. Get it together. That was Mar, their top data expert and awakened leader. He was livid, shouting, "If you can't track this guy down, you're all fired. Consider your careers over. No one, and I mean no one, is going to mess with our plans." Back with Phuong Dich, things were finally cooling down online. He figured that little stunt would keep the trolls quiet for a while. The chairman laughed. "Man, I owe you one." Suddenly, an assistant rushed in. "Gravekeeper, sir." Urgent news from headquarters. Something massive is happening out west. Headquarters just called. 2 massive energy signatures merged in West Ha Kingdom, creating a brand new forbidden zone. Ha Kingdom already has the place on lockdown. Phuong Dich looked at him. "What kind of elements?" The assistant replied, "It's a mix of solar and dark energy, so it is extremely dangerous, but it might hide some legendary loot. Our insider at headquarters actually sent us a private heads up about this. If you're down, we head out tomorrow morning." Fang didn't even hesitate. "Count me in," he said. He was low-key hyped. This was the perfect chance to test his 2 new abilities. Deep in West Ha Kingdom, a massive black vortex swirled over the Dark Sun Pond. Heavy-duty military trucks came rolling through the dust. As the convoy screeched to a halt, a slim figure stepped out, followed by a heavy boot hitting the ground with total authority. Phuong Dich and Jialan surveyed the scene. Fang finally spoke up. "Guess that explains the small army you brought along. You guys really planning on monitoring me in real time?" Jialan nodded. "Exactly. This black storm is the Ming-Huin barrier. We can't even get inside until we find a way to break it." The wind whipped through Fang's black hair, but he stayed ice cold. He was already figuring out how to crack this thin energy shield. Jialan watched Phuong Dich step toward the vortex. She couldn't help but ask, "Solar and dark energies are clashing hard in there. The weather is shifting and everything is unpredictable. Gravekeeper, are you actually ready for this?" Outside the zone, a monster storm swallowed the sky. Everything went pitch black, like someone just turned off the sun. 2 more military trucks roared up. Jialan introduced them as Elite Awakened handpicked from the Shen and Hai City headquarters. She made it clear. "These guys are 3-star spirit shapers, just like you." They were the top candidates to hit Diamond Rank absolute prodigies who had crushed every mission and anomaly thrown at them so far. A chill-looking guy stepped up with a grin. "Sorry, Jialan, we're a bit late. Is this the Gravekeeper legend? I'm Wang Lam, the new captain from Hai City, 3-star spirit shaper. I've got the water element under my belt. And this is Song Not Min. He's got dual elements, wind and fire. He's basically the heavy hitter for the Shen City elites." Not Min was way more intense, carrying a massive blade on his back. He just gave a cold nod. "Yeah. What's up?" Jialan kept it moving. "Everyone knows the deal with Dark Sun Pond. So, let's see what you've got. Use your own powers to break through the Black Storm barrier and get inside. Whoever makes it, wins." Phuong Dich stood perfectly still, feeling their eyes on his back. He wondered why they were staring. Since nobody was moving, Not Min decided to strike first to show off his skills. He let out a cold snort and gripped the hilt of his massive blade. "Fine, I'll go." He started channeling his spiritual energy. The old heads at HQ gave him this mission mostly to keep an eye on the Gravekeeper. Word is he doesn't just have rare solar powers, he actually mastered dark energy during that massive Moon City disaster a few days ago. With a burst of wind and fire, Not Min launched himself straight into the air. He figured that by mixing pure fire with high-speed wind, he could crank the intensity of his flames to the absolute limit. He charged into the vortex with total confidence. Could the Gravekeeper's light really be better than this? Down on the ground, Jialan watched closely. Song Not Min was, after all, headquarters' top genius. She gave a smirk, pushing her twin powers to the absolute edge. This dark rain barrier is a beast to break, mostly because the darkness inside mimics some of the most brutal weather you have ever seen. But for Tong Yimin, it is a breeze. In a blink, he carves out a path just wide enough for one person to squeeze through. Since the squad is moving out, Wang Lam steps up. Guess I am the next one in. He pulls a blue water umbrella out of thin air. His fluid style looks pretty harmless at first glance. Then he casually pops the umbrella and strolls right into that swirling storm. Jialon explains that as he levels up, his defensive skills have become incredibly smooth and solid. That umbrella slices right through the dark barrier. As Wang Lam gets closer, it opens up a tight little hallway. Once inside, he clicks the umbrella shut and sighs. Man, this dark climate is no joke. A 3-star beginner would have dropped their umbrella and died instantly here. Then he looks around. Whoa. Now that is impressive. Can light and dark attributes really coexist? They are total opposites. A tiny sun spins at the center, pumping out both light and dark energy. Yimin tells Wang Lam, the light feels okay, but the dark energy? It is freezing and feels like it wants to kick me out. Forget about mastering this place. Just making it through without being affected is a win. Wang Lam feels the air and frowns. Since he is a fire type, the light energy actually feels kind of decent. He adds, I will admit, crossing that dark wall earlier was a real pain. As for those rumors about the buried one, Yimin is curious. I want to see what this guy is really made of. While they talk, a massive wave of light energy slams in. An explosion rocks the ground and Yimin shouts at the top of his lungs, watch out! They both scramble back to dodge the blast. Once they are safe, Wang Lam realizes it was light energy. That one hit just blew the dark barrier wide open. Fang Yi and Jialon stroll in like they own the place. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Seeing Fang Yi's cold face and that insane sword swing, Jialon is just speechless. Yimin finally snaps out of it. He looks at him. Is that you? The barrier behind them stays stuck wide open. Yep, Fang Yi says. Yimin stammers, how in the world did you pull that off? This dark rain barrier is actually staying split open without fixing itself. That should be impossible. Fang Yi makes it sound easy. Just use light that is stronger and higher quality than the darkness to crush it. It burns through a ton of energy, but light is a natural counter to the dark stuff anyway. As long as you have enough fuel in the tank, you can keep it open for a decent while. Too bad though. I could have brought a whole crowd in, but for safety reasons, it is just Jia Lan for now. Yimin is stunned. He is screaming on the inside. Simple? He really thinks that was simple? Even Wang Lam is dazed. Is this guy really on our level? He makes it sound easy, but you would need a master like Olden Go for that. Jia Lan just smirks. I have seen it before. Every genius hero gets their world rocked the first time they meet him. Fang Yi notices they are quiet and is pretty hyped about his flashy entrance. He gives a little half smile. Suddenly, the system alerts them. Pollution detected. The dark energy readings are spiking all over the place. A Class A anomaly just spawned. Right on cue, the ground under their feet starts shaking like a major earthquake. Yimin is not even sweating. Just a Class A? Since it is a dark type, maybe I can take a crack at it. Fang Yi leads the charge as they bolt inside, but suddenly, they run straight into 3 strangers blocking the way. Checking out their gear, Fang Yi wonders. Are these guys actually from Country B? Jialon spots them and gets heated. Wait, there are other people here? Did they already take out that anomaly? No other hunters got permission to be here today. Most likely, these guys just snuck across the border. The group stops. Wang Lam snaps. Who are you? How did you enter? The leader is a blonde guy named Min Hui. He says arrogantly, as you can see, hunters of Hakwak, we are from Country B here for a little training. Yi Min snarls. You call this training? This is the territory of Hakwak. You do not have permission to just waltz into another country's restricted zone for practice. Jia Lan steps forward to talk sense. This place belongs to Hakwak. You are trespassing. I am going to need you to leave. But Min Hui has 0 plans to move. Listen, people of Hakwak, the times are changing. He spreads his arms like some king, yelling that if our people won't grab the loot and the lead, they sure as hell won't let it go to waste. They are stronger. This treasure is theirs, and that is just facts. Fang Yi pats Jialan to chill her out, then steps up with a smirk. So, you are saying only the strong get the goods, right? He quietly sizes up the 3 punks standing in front of him. Fang Yi can feel their hidden energy. These jerks are at a higher level than both Jialan and Yi Ming, which is why they are acting so damn arrogant. Did Country B really send their top-tier elite cultivators to sneak into our forbidden zone just to start a war? No matter how strong they are, he confidently steps up to kick them out, then just beat it. Right behind him, Jialan immediately starts reporting back to headquarters. We found 3 intruders from Country B crossing into the northwest sector. We are engaging now. Please stay on high alert. Meanwhile, Wang Lan and Yi Ming get into fighting stances. Those invaders are feeling way too confident right now. Ming Hui laughs, flexing his spiritual energy. You had a choice to leave, but you chose the hard way. Yi Ming and Wang Lan freeze when they see his power. A dark attribute cultivator? The intruder looks totally smug. This dark zone is my home turf now. Jialan freezes as she realizes this is corpse poison from rotting bodies, a nasty mutation of the dark attribute energy.